What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm Brea Thorne. How are y'all doing this evening? I'm doing great. I hope you are as well. I just realized I had my chat boxes reversed from where I'm used to seeing them. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, welcome everybody. Glad to have you guys here as we all try to stay warm on this chilly Tuesday. Well, depending on where in the world you are, of course. But yeah, no, it's I'm in Texas, so it hasn't been too bad. Record lows are a thing, of course. We have been experiencing some of those, but nothing too crazy. Well, I guess records are crazy inherently. Whatever. It's fine. Totally fine. Yeah, we just had to do the things like keep your faucets dripping a little, keep a little bit of water running so your pipes don't burst and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty bad out there in general. But what's up, Peckish? How's it going? Exiled Wolf, how's it going? Good to see y'all. Shanala, welcome in. Steve, how you doing? How's Tricks? Hope you guys are safe from the storms. Doing okay. Apparently, there's another one coming down from the north this coming weekend. We'll see how that goes. The young people don't want what's going on. You'll love your channel and what you do. I'm on the road to 50. Cool. So I can go live like you, Bray. Help. Okay. I wish you the best of luck. If you have been doing that, going to different content creators channels and saying, hey, hi, and then immediately saying, hey, help me in my channel, it's a little bit not kind of what you do or want to do when just immediately from greeting to looking for that kind of thing is a little off-putting. I'll say most streamers would probably feel the same way, or content creators in general. But I will say best of luck, and best of luck to you. Hope you stick with it, and all that. Keep it up. It is a grind for sure. For sure. Debating between swapping cases and doing vertical GPU than saving for an OLED. Well, cases, Peckish, are one of the least expensive ways to absolutely change up the aesthetic of your setup. You can get a really, really awesome upgrade in that way for $80 or $100, depending on the kind of case you're going for. I'm not a big fan of vertical GPUs, I'll be honest, because it then requires then you got to riser cables aren't great. I'm just going to put it that way. I'm not a big fan of riser cables. They introduce an additional potential point of failure. So, picked up a White Flare ETB today out of vending machine. Jasper's, that's awesome. Was it an official Pokemon vending machine? Because then you would have probably gotten MSRP. It's just a great set. Both of those are just great. What's up, Alucard? How's it going? Just an expression like, how's it going? I always thought it was a more American saying. I guess so. I guess it depends on the era that's from. No problem, Unc. You're good. Don't worry about it. $49.89. That's awesome. That is really good, especially because if you go to card shows and whatnot, Black Bolt and White Flare are going up in price. I honestly could not have predicted that. I mean, look, here's the thing. When you're doing any kind of content, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, because algorithms change. My channel completely plateaued, but also I for a while I just couldn't make that content couldn't make content for a while. And that was fine. I was still able to continue doing what I was doing, but living my life and whatnot, but I couldn't make content at the time. But in general, even if you're consistently making content, your growth can plateau. And you just got to try different things. There's not really any point where you're like, okay, I'm all set for life now. I just have to keep making the same things and I will continue to grow. That's not how growth works in general. I mean, if you look like, I don't know, it's if you look at any of the big channels, they change things up all the time. But I would not have been able to predict that after just a couple of months of doing Pokemon stuff, not even having launched that separate channel yet, that it's such a common topic on the stream, that it doesn't bother you guys that I do that. Like 95% of people of you guys were completely on board with it, which is just super cool. And it just goes to show you that it's an overlapping interest for a lot of people who are gaming nerds, PC nerds, all that, and then bam, Pokemon TCG and things like that are just like, or any TCGs in general. It's very gratifying to see when something that you're just trying, because you got to keep trying different things. You always have to. When any of those work out, it's always gratifying. So that's I'm not worried in it failing. Just the Lian Li Mini V2, which I'd want to use, is super strict with sizes and doesn't tell me. That, you mean sizes in terms of graphics card sizes? I don't think that there's really that much of a limitation there, other than, I guess, the thickness of the card. Whether it's like, if it's like a 4-slot card, it might not fit. Does a piece in the background have an LCD screen or something? It's lighting up. Yes, it has that on the CPU cooler. And I have the small LCD screen that goes right about here that I still haven't added in. Sorry, Mike. He sent that to me a while back, and I just have, because I have everything connected and everything just like there, I need to like remove it and get to the back panel and take it off of the 45-degree angle PC mount thing in order to change anything. So I just hadn't done it yet. No, the riser cable needs to be a specific size with the base of it because of the slanted fans on the bottom. My friend couldn't put... Oh, that sucks. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, I would pick a different case then. Just pick a case that doesn't have that issue. There's literally hundreds of cases that fit that kind of aesthetic that you can pick instead of that one case. I mean, listen, that's a problem that Lian Li created. And because of that, that could rule out that case as the right option for you. You know what I mean? And it was so hard to find a case available here in Australia. Okay, well, that's a fact that I do forget. I do forget that you're in Australia. But I promise you there's going to be a similar option regardless. You'll be able to find something else. Well, you say you're so picky. That's fine. Let functionality be part of that pickiness. Because Lian Li created an issue with functionality. That's pretty important. And that should factor into your pickiness. Bless Boy, what's up? Hey, man, hope your days are going smooth. Just going all right. It's going pretty good, pretty good. But okay, so what are we doing this evening? Well, of course, if people sign up to get help with PC stuff, we're going to do that. We got, like, this happens. For those of you who've been here for a while, you've seen this happen. We got 0 people join the list last stream. We just talked, we ripped Pokemon packs, we hung out. Regardless, we're gonna have a good time. But I would like to help people with finding PCs, please, especially now when it's getting more and more difficult. You guys got to understand, this helps keep me sharp on the market when I help people out one-on-one. It doesn't just help out the person I'm helping out. It does help to keep me caught up with everything. Keeps my eyes on the meta for what is, what the best options are at a given price point. Yep, still no, here, I'll show you. Still nobody added to the list since then, so what can we do? So aside from that, let's talk about what else we're going to do. And yes, to those who hate this stuff, apologies in advance, but that means we're doing Pokemon stuff. I do have a build stream that I'm going to be doing soon. It's just not time yet. have someone referred over here, and I linked them to your stream. Hopefully they show up some stream. I hope so. I'd love to help them out. I'll be a bit quiet here in chat again, needing to update and benchmark 2 PCs. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, you got it. Thank you for the lurk, Alucard. Frowler, what's going on? Welcome. Okay, so as I mentioned in the last stream, we're going to be opening up Mega Dream. Is it Mega Dreams EX or Mega Dream EX? But this is essentially Ascended Heroes, the new set that's coming out in English that just is launching. Although that launch is going weirdly, oddly. Apparently the only product that's going to be available at launch is a 3-pack check lane blister pack. So you get 3 packs in it, and then like stickers. And then the ETBs, I put in a pre-order for 3 of those ETBs at a solid price too, which is nice because pre-ordering does help with that. But I'm not getting them until the 20th of February. So, yeah. I might have a lead on getting some of the, because, God, I haven't found any. I might have a lead on getting some of those check lane blisters so we can do some Ascended Heroes, but it's essentially the same as this, plus a few extra exclusive English cards. Whereas this has, I've already opened these on stream before. It's a really, really cool set. And I like getting Japanese cards. That always makes me happy. So, Joe P. Tux Power PC, what's up? Just caught the tail end of your talking about a case. I recently picked up another Antec NX200M for $40 from Newegg for a budget spec build. These are nice cases. Nice. Antec really kind of came out swinging. They wanted to come back from not really having done much in that regard. So it's really good to see Antec being competitive there. Not one that I would know offhand whether it's available in Australia for Peckish over here, who is the one who brought all that up. But I've made this building a new PC and might be commissioning me to build it for him. He keeps ignoring me for days on end, though. Well, that's their problem. They should not do that. Did you ever open up that Chinese set with the Gengar on the box? I have not done that yet. That is the Gem Pack Volume 3. This, actually, I've been saying it has 15 packs in it. Apparently, it has 18 packs in it that have 4 cards each. And some exclusive illustration rares in it that you can only get from here. These are not for sale in the US. When you see someone opening a ton of these, understand that however they got them, this is not someone who filled up their cart at Target in order to scalp them and are taking these away from kids. These are never supposed to be on the shelves at Target or Walmart or anywhere where kids would go and buy them to get into Pokemon. These are special ordered by collectors. But you can buy these by the case. I didn't. I just have the one box. But it's like 20 of these boxes in a case. And you can just get them because they produce a ton of them for China. What gets me, though, and I know y'all are talking about stuff in chat. I'll get to that in a second. What gets me, though, is Pokemon has been making all these efforts to combat scalping. They don't what's the reputation? When you think about buying Pokemon cards, what's the first thought that comes to mind about Pokemon's trading card game? It's expensive and scalped and overpriced. You can't find it anywhere. The Pokemon Company International does not like that. They don't want that rep. Scalpers are not their favorite either. Because on one hand, if you're NVIDIA, you don't care about scalpers. You got your money. And you're a paragon in the industry. You have 95% of the market share. And also AI anyway, right? But there's a lot of competition in TCG. So Pokemon Company has to care about their reputation there. NVIDIA is just like consumers. Who even freaking cares anymore? I guess we'll keep making cards for them if there's any memory left. Right, guys? Yeah. Cool story, guys. Cool, good job. Good job. Thanks for bringing back the 3060. Appreciate it. Anyway, with all that in mind, why is the launch of Ascended Heroes so limited? That's just asking for it to get scalped. Idiots, what's wrong with y'all? Probably limitations of some kind or another. I don't know. They're not idiots, I guess. But like it's so backwards with that in mind. Andy Trimbach, hello, greetings, welcome to the stream. Falcon Northwest above all. Main gear is good. Falcon Northwest amazing. Origin and Digital Storm, no. Nah, I want a case upgrade, not a downgrade. I'm looking for a new case though. Which one do you have? Aerocool P300C. Might not be buying a case. I'm still debating. I've literally like 50 things. Okay. That's definitely something to figure out before getting help. I'll say that. Like, figure out what you want to do, what you actually want to do, because it sounds like it's going to be difficult for you regardless. So, aren't they opening up something next year to help with that? Yeah, they're bringing more manufacturing to the U.S. I don't know if there is already manufacturing in the U.S., but they basically leased a huge manufacturing spot for card stock. Okay, for cards. For the next few years. So yeah, that was leased by the company that produces cards for Pokemon Company. Now, Andy, if you're looking to get help on finding the right PC for you, because there are a lot more companies than the 4 you listed, check the description of the stream, because I help people one-on-one to find the exact right PC for them, for their budget and needs, because there are a lot more questions you should be asking yourself than just which one is better. Falcon Northwest is, in my opinion, better than the other 3. But maybe main gear is more appropriate for you, because if you don't like the look of the few cases that Falcon Northwest makes, because it's just their own cases, then it's probably not the right one for you. So better, my tier list by definition should be different from your tier list, because you and I as 2 individuals prioritize different things. So the form that you fill out that is linked in the description kind of pushes you into asking questions that matter, rather than what the opinion of one dude on the internet is. Instead, it's like, hey, because that's an opinion for myself. I grew up wanting to get a Falcon Northwest PC, like back in the day. So yeah, I'm a little biased if you're just saying, hey, which one's better? Well, here's my opinion. If you want to know what's right for you as an individual, I couldn't tell you, because I don't know anything about you. But that's what the form helps with. So go ahead and get that filled out. You'll get free help one-on-one from me, and that's the way to go. Just submitted the PC form. My current build has been giving me issues lately, and I'm ready to just get something new. How long have you had your current build? What's up, Astral? How's it going? Very true. Love Falcon, but a little boring. Yes, main gear looks better. I had an Origin, but had fan issues. Yeah. The thing is, you're just looking at kind of all the mainstream companies that aren't like Dell or HP, which is better. Because the good thing about those 4 companies is that they all use off-the-shelf components for motherboard, power supply, stuff like that. But there are dozens and dozens of companies, and out of those, there's very likely going to be one that is even more suited to your preferences in your PC. So yeah. Originally built it back in 2018, been upgrading it over time. So we're doing a parts list. Oh, I forgot to finish what I was saying. Blessed Boy, we're going to get to that in just a second. Because if you haven't been here for a while, you may not. Sorry, let me move this a little bit. Not always the best thing to have your desk on wheels, considering it's not always in the same exact spot. Okay. I I'm doing a thing where, because things slowed down here so much because of the market, also at post Black Friday, all that stuff, fewer people need help with PCs. That's just the case. So, but also just before that, I started doing this. I am getting into Pokemon TCG collecting, and I'm just like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it on camera. So I've been doing it on stream, and people have been really enjoying it. You guys have really been enjoying it. So that's why I've been talking about it as well. If you're new here and you only seen my videos, you wouldn't know that necessarily. So yeah, I'm gonna open up the Mega Dreams box. This has 10 packs in it. Okay. And yes, I still have the Gem Packs Volume 3 thing as well, but a little something came in that I mentioned. This is a Mega Evolution booster box. This is 36 packs in it. And what I'm going to do with that is, because I'm not, there's a lot of cards I don't chase certain cards. I'm doing this as a collector. I love the cards. I want to learn the game eventually. I want to build a full Pokédex. I'm not like, I'm going to make money opening Pokemon cards, and I'm going to try to get as many of these as I can to steal them from kids so that I, as an adult, can just make a blah, 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 blah. No. I'm trying to do things kind of reasonably as I go. I do this as a collector, not as gambling, I guess. And yes, this is all going towards the launching of a channel that's going to have TCG stuff for Pokemon, gaming stuff as well, maybe VGC stuff if I ever get into that. We'll see. Nuzlocke, things like that. Lots of fun. But as part of that, I'm not chasing, out of all this whole set, I want this one card, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's so boring to me, because then it doesn't matter what you get. You're going to be angry and disappointed. But with that in mind, there is one chase I'm after, or should I say 3. And it is a specific Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur combo of cards from Mega Evolution. And what we're going to be calling that, what we're going to do, because these are going to be videos, is Mega Mondays. And every Monday, I'm going to be doing like 6 packs of that to just chase that, to try and get it. Mega Mondays. I think it's got a nice ring to it. Until I get those 3. And then we find another thing to kind of casually chase. I'm not obsessing here. I'm not calling everything worthless unless it's the one card out of thousands of cards that are printed this year that I want. No. That's just, I ain't stressing over shiny cardboard. I want to do this for fun. Or you don't need money to steal from the kids now if the parents aren't around. Wow, Steve. So I heard. Right. Yeah, Fantex cases are usually really, really good. They're nice and balanced. There's a couple cases of theirs, like in particular, say the Evolve X2, that can be difficult to build in, but most of their cases, very user-friendly, very easy to build in if it's your first build, that kind of thing. And yeah, they're a good recommendation. All right. So what we'll do today is basically, it's going to be like 3 sessions, I guess. We'll do the opening of this, the explanation for it, 5 packs, and then 5 packs. That'll be like between helping people out. And then we'll do either 1 or 2 6-pack sessions of this. And yeah, I'm going to try to make it last as long as possible. I do have more stuff coming in slowly. I have to control myself, so I space out how frequently things are coming in, but it's only when I find really good deals. That definitely helps me space it out. Because otherwise, yeah, I will go broke doing this before I ever see $1 of ad revenue from that channel. So yeah. All right, let's get into it here. So of course, this is what the spreadsheet looks like after you fill out the form. And Blessploit is the only person so far who has filled out the form and has said that they have done so, and they are here. That's the wrong color. Hold on. There we go. So parts list. Blessed Boy, I'm going to say this real quick. The system you built in 2018, that's going to be a DDR4 system, right? Like you have DDR4 RAM in there right now? Is that correct? Correct. Okay. Because I was going to say, DIY building right now is not great. The state of the DIY landscape is, well, that's the wrong button. That is the wrong button. Hold on. There we go. Just to put it plainly, pre-builts are a better option. Because most system integrators right now are not charging any kind of upcharge on RAM, and they get it cheaper than you can. Whereas Micro Center is a store. They have to make profit on their parts. So whatever they're paying, they have to upcharge to you. And that's generally a percentage. So as the prices have skyrocketed, yeah, it's not good. Well, it's pretty all right if you ignore RAM and SSDs. Yeah, if you ignore the part that has gone up to 4 or 5 times the original price, and SSDs, which are at least double the original price, if you just ignore that, it's pretty good. Also, GPUs are disappearing. But other than that, other than those 3 critical components that you have to buy, if you ignore all of that, leaving you with, like, I guess, 4 other things to buy, 5 other things to... Yeah, it's fine. It's totally good. Wait, CPU coolers might be going up in price because of the price of raw materials going up for manufacturers? What? Ryzen CPU prices rising? Oh, no. I hate this timeline. I don't know if I mentioned that. Hate this timeline. Okay. Oh, and power supplies. Right. So motherboards are like, and cases. If you ignore everything but motherboards and cases, it's pretty all right. AM4 motherboards were already limited. It was a platform that has been dead for a couple of years. But yeah. What stock there was has mostly been depleted. But just to check it, I guess we'll go to Micro Center in Yonkers, New York. Let's see what we got. But let's look at the list here first. Blessed Boy, please give me the actual maximum budget for your build. Not a range. This helps me with data, yes, but I need a solid number of the maximum amount of money dollars you can spend on it. So if it's like $3,250 or $3,400. Okay, well, I would like to point out that there is an option that is 4K. We're right there. You could have chosen the 3,500 to 4K. And the maximum is highlighted very thoroughly there, but that's okay. That's all right. Who's nitpicking? Not me. I don't do that. No, it's only because that does put you in the wrong category and it misrepresents your data here for when I'm trying to do research for stuff based on this. This is non-personal data. It's just overall numbers from all the people I've helped, but it's okay. Gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing. Oh, that's unfortunate. One of the most critical components for video editing. Not sure if you know this. RAM capacity. Need to have lots of RAM. Other critical component. Lots of storage for all the raw footage and projects and assets. The 2 most price hiked items right now are 2 things that are going to be important for your build. That's just how it goes. Now, can you elaborate on the coding / game design aspect here? I promise I'm not being difficult on purpose. It's a reflection of our difficult landscape. I have a lot of RAM. That's great, Peckish, and I'm sure it helps out Blessbloit a whole lot to know that you have a lot of RAM. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for chiming in with that one. Oh, boy. Just thought I'd brag. Don't. Yep. You don't need to do that. Okay. If you feel like doing that, there are a lot of other places you can go if you're just wanting to brag, because this has been really difficult for me and for every viewer who have tried to help out. So, yeah. Actually, a pretty serious issue. You know, Peckish, just to make this clear, do you know why I'm working on another channel to do Pokemon stuff? Because I might have to, like, there may if otherwise I might just have to quit being a content creator if the industry gets bad enough for long enough to where I cannot support myself. So absolutely a hilarious situation, and definitely one that leads me to enjoying people bragging that, oh, I don't have a problem. Losers. You know what I mean? Definitely a read the room kind of situation, but okay. He said it with a smile, guys. Araxnus, what's up? How's it going? $3,500 could build a beast. I mean, 80 class GPU, top tier CPU, lots of RAM. Now the game has changed. It has. I feel like I've been missing some chats. I'm sorry. Saw something about eBay selling RAM kits for $2,000. Yeah, it's that bad. And remember, guys, this is not the worst time, obviously, because the prices suck, but you can actually buy RAM right now. Shortages eventually mean what do you mean? You want to build a system? There's no memory to buy. It's all sitting in warehouses because the AI companies bought them up, but they can't even build the data centers that they intend to use the RAM and storage in. By the way, so cool. Thank you, Sam Altman. Yeah. Motherboards are now good throwaways to pick up RAM or other CPUs at this point. Not sure what you mean by throwaways. Pick up RAM or other CPUs. Like sell them to pick up if you have extra, I guess. Okay, so 4K, good. Okay, bad. I work in cyber IT. I'm going back to school for comp sci. Cool. All right. Great Majir, absolutely. If it's too difficult for Alexander PCs, it's not because they don't feel like doing it, or it's because of distributors. It's because of distributors. It like the problem with our supply chain is that whenever there's any kind of spiking in demand or any kind of lack of any kind of shortage, and right now, of course, it's both. Every link in the supply chain price gouges the one coming after it. And system integrators, aside from the people who buy from the system integrators are the last link in the supply chain. And they either can't get stuff or it gets so ridiculously priced, they don't feel the price to performance is good enough. Like it's not worth it to. Natty, what's going on? Who would have thought that the incessant exploration of resources for the gain of a few people would have caused the finite resources we have to access to skyrocket up in price? Yep. I mean, that's, yeah. But, free market, right? What's up, Bill DeBurr? How's it going? Michelle, how's it going? Welcome. Can't wait for OpenAI and other AI places to mass sell them at discounts after not turning a profit for a few years. The problem, Alucard, is that those ICs, those RAM ICs, are getting put onto sticks that we're not really supposed to put into gaming PCs. What a lot of these companies seem to forget is that when a bubble bursts, it doesn't go well for the companies that made the bubble, other than, guess who? The CEOs, who have their golden parachutes. Okay. Constant internet, so not my words. Reason RAM prices went up 4 times is that massive amount of not yet manufactured memory was bought with money that doesn't really exist to be put into GPUs that haven't been made yet, to be installed in data centers that haven't been built, powered by infrastructure that may never exist, to satisfy demand that isn't actually there in order to generate profits that are mathematically impossible. Yeah, nope. I mean, that sums it up pretty well. Yeah, they are looking to go. It's funny because Sam Altman does this, secretly goes to both Samsung and SK Hynix without the other knowing, and says, I want to buy up 40% of your stock for the next 2-3 years. And thus, global economy suffers, right? And then has the nerve to be like, we're not making any money. Because you don't want to, because you're the one who doesn't use it. We're just gonna now we just got to go to your government and get more of your tax dollars. Oh no. This is why regulations are good for a healthy economy. You need to not deregulate the hell out of everything. This has been thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, everybody. I am going to go bash my head into a wall. Because that's about how useful it is to yell about this on the internet. You're just smacking your head against a brick wall and you're not getting through it. That's for sure. And what happens when you go to CES and walk around? AI. And I told you guys this before. Don't worry, Blessbloit. We'll do it in a second, okay? I am so glad that I went to CES without sponsorship this year, because it would have been, hey, cool, we're bringing you to CES. Now you have to make positive videos about AI. So, good luck with that, I guess. Yeah. All right. So, thank you for the lurk, Bone Shock. So I'm meeting like new egg bundles with motherboards and with RAM and some CPUs that are pretty good value for the bundle with them. Often looks like buy the RAM and get the motherboard for free. I mean, yeah, it's part of what I do is like I get picky about motherboards, so I rarely like that option. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, so let's check out. It's been a while since I've gone to Micro Center, that's for sure. Let's see if the website hasn't exploded yet. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Guys, it's bad when Micro Center cannot build a PC to take a picture of, and they use AI. You're Micro Center. Literally, what is wrong with you? I hate this timeline. Hope you like yelling if you're new here. There's going to be a lot of it. Well, at least they threw RAM back into bundles, because for a while when the prices were just, going to the moon, but like in the bad way, right? Because that's a term for whatever. Anyways. They just took them out of their bundles, but here we go. You got bundles now. So that probably saves your build. That's good. If we can find one that has 64 gigs of RAM, because I wouldn't do a video editing PC with 32. Now, if I may, if I didn't scare you off, sorry about that. Blessbloit. Tell me a little bit more about tell me a little bit more about your video editing, content creation journey. Oh, why are you leaving the builder today? Prices are too high. RAM. There we go. Chris, what's going on? Fighting against a data center proposed project here on the old very first GM automaker site. GM left in 2008. The factory was torn down and left $30 million in hazard cleanup. So GM needs to clean that up, right? Like they need to pay for that. Wow. Well, best of luck with that. All they really have to do is pay off a few politicians, and then they don't have to pay. You understand it's cheaper for them to pay $1 million to a politician than $30 million in cleanup, right? And it's just never going to happen. Oh, did I just touch on the root of all of these problems? Oops. My bad. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'm in rare form tonight. I don't know why. It's just, yeah. For me, flipping PC, try to use a decent motherboard that does what I would like it to do. That's generally what we like. Yeah. Kind of wish they kept their 7500 X3D bundle for more than the Blizzard weekend. I've only just started, but looking to make a hacking cyber walkthroughs just to document and teach a bit. Okay. Okay, if you're making it pretty simple, then you don't need necessarily 64 gigs of RAM. We could maybe look for a 48 gig kit, but that might mean not using a bundle. Now, as for, okay, yeah, I'm doing this the long way around. Oh, good. Hang on. Whatever it is, Google is just like, oh, wait, let's just make sure that we don't do that as soon as they start using it. In the middle of using our services, we just make them sign in again. And that's just to keep them on their toes. Cool. Could have done that when I opened the page. I got so much to complain about tonight. It's great, right? Like, that's great. Like, we enjoy that, right? I hope we do. Okay. Let me ask you this question, just so I can kind of get all this, like, sorted out. Bless. Between gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing, and coding / game design, how would you prioritize those? What's number one? Are you mostly trying to build a fun gaming machine? Like you're trying to play games? Like that's the main thing. Or is it like, I want to, like, it has to be an awesome streaming machine because I want to stream gameplay. I want to stream coding. I want to stream that, you know. Oh, I'm not, okay. It is a multiple choice question. It is a multiple choice question. Because that doesn't work for multiple choice usually. So, or basically, you need just like list it out. Streaming number one, gaming number two, whatever, you know. How do you feel about that? Just so I can try to factor that into the build. Gaming number one. Okay. And you're looking for 1440p. Okay. Then I already know where I'm looking first. Huh. Well, boy, that gives me a lot of hope. Look, I'm at the wrong location. Hold on. I'll bet you I'm at the wrong location. Sharonville. Okay, we got to go to Yonkers. My bad. That could be unfortunate. Let's see what happens. Yonkers, let's see. What do you have for GPUs? Oh, sweet. Nice. Like, seriously, for a 5070 Ti, that is not bad. Like, it's less, it's $80 over MSRP. Yeah, because you said 1440p. Trust me, you don't need to go with a 5080 for that, okay? Especially because 5080s have gotten to where they're a lot more than just $200 more than a 5070 Ti. Example here, $1,200, 5080. $1,279, $1,280 for a 5080, right? Oh my God, 5090s. Ugh, forget about it. But besides that, between a 5070 Ti and a 5080, they're both 16 gigs of VRAM. They're very close in gaming performance in various games. Both have dual encoders, dual NVENC. They're just really close in performance to the point where if you said 4K, I might push you to 5080 when they were at around MSRP around $999. But now, no, because 5070 Ti can game at 4K easily. Michelle, thank you. I appreciate that. I just it actually helps me because I think I walk around all day with like sort of like this like frustration, and I get to like vent on these streams, and then you guys find it entertaining. This is the best symbiotic relationship ever. Why is the 5080 so much higher than the 5070 Ti? Marketing. Like, look at this though. Some of these are being priced out. This is a prime, as in Asus's base card. This prime 5070 Ti, their basic GPU is $1,000. You see, guys, there are certain companies that whenever there are shortages, they don't have a bad time. They have the best time. Newegg loves it. Newegg thrives in shortages because you become desperate. And that's their favorite customer, is a desperate customer, right? Well, apparently Asus is the same. Good job, Asus. You already price gouged customers with products that were only in some cases maybe a little bit better, and service that was markedly worse, as in tech support and RMAs that you are now notoriously terrible at, seemingly on purpose. Who even knows at this point? And also, for all of those benefits, you get to spend more money. Wow. Hold on. Not closest match, you stupid. I just hit lowest price. That does mean that I have to skip past it, quite a few, but it doesn't always give us the lowest price card when it switches that up. 5070, where's the lowest 5070 Ti? There, it was the one that I found. So yeah, 5070 Ti. Now, you can actually get the Ventus, which has a black and silver look. Let me see what you wanted for your aesthetic. Black PC. Okay, well, never mind. So, okay, there you go. 25 in stock. There you have it. Luxacat, welcome. I have an important question. Is this chat a safe place to ask questions about why my PC could be underperforming? If not, where could I reach out? I need this issue fixed ASAP. Yeah, the Discord, there's a forum called Tech Questions where you can actually create something like a help ticket. We have these awesome volunteer techies that can help you out. It's not the fastest option for you, but it is. It's free. They're volunteer techies. It's a very helpful community. So if you need it fixed ASAP, there are non-free options out there, I'm sure. But you're kind of paying for that sort of, hey, I need fixed immediately kind of thing. Now let me ask you this, Luxacat, before you go off to Discord or anything, or you can do that too. But is your PC, did you build it or is it a pre-built PC? If it's pre-built, and well, in that case, you should be able to get tech support from the company that built it for you. So you can drop the name of that company if it is pre-built. So, and I can maybe give you some feedback on what their customer support tends to be like. Ashved, what's up? How's it going? I could help on Discord if you put a request. Are you a techie in the Discord? The PC is an NZXT pre-built. Okay. Got it late 2024, but I upgraded the GPU to a 5080. However, the performance doesn't seem as good as it could be. Do you know the wattage in your power supply? OE agent, this is the Yonkers, New York one. Okay, cool. Sorry, it's been a while, actually, since I've been able to spend some quality time in the Discord. I do appreciate you being in there and helping out with that, Asher. That means a lot. Thank you. I also tend to, when I want to kind of get caught up in who is a techie, who is active, I tend to look at Techie Talk to see who has been in there, who's been chatting back and forth. And unless you're under a different name on Discord, I just hadn't seen you there. So. Okay, back to this. So now we got to talk about the CPU. Which was originally a 650 watt, but I swapped it out with a Corsair 850 with the new GPU. Okay. I probably, for a 5080, I probably would have suggested 1,000 watts, but I mean, you did the PSU upgrade, so like that's already good that you did that. But it's not underpowered. That does rule that out. No Micro Center in Honolulu. Yeah, there's a lot of states in the continental U.S. that still don't have a Micro Center. So yeah, it would take a long time to get one in Honolulu, for sure. Unfortunately. So thinking about what option to go with for your CPU, you could go with okay, let's just look at a couple of the things here. This is what the forum is for, right? You want to be able to upgrade your PC over time. That tends to lean towards AMD, and that, like, whether or not it's better to get Intel in your case, and in your case, it actually kind of might be, it doesn't matter because they don't really support you upgrading your CPU beyond whatever that socket, like they don't support sockets for very long over at Intel. My biggest complaint with them is that. So with that in mind, I just want to explain a couple things to you about the sort of the X3D chips here. Right? Now, when you're not playing a game, the 9950X3D, which is $650, it's the most expensive consumer grade desktop CPU on the market, right? It gives you 16 cores, 32 threads. Very good. There is a CPU with more cores than that. There's actually two, the 265K and the 285K from Intel, which are 20 cores and 24 cores respectively, but they don't have hyper-threading, which is a benefit in some ways and not a benefit in others, right? So it's 20 cores, 20 threads, or 24 cores, 24 threads, whereas you have 16 cores and 32 threads with the 9950X3D, whatever. Anyways, the moment you turn on a game, you have essentially wasted $200 because at that point you have a 9800X3D, 8 cores, 16 threads. The other 8 cores shut down. Now, a lot of us in the tech space were expecting a new version of not just this, because there's a new version of the 9800X 3D. You shouldn't spend the extra money on it because it's basically the same performance. But a new version of this as well. We're expecting a V2 of the 9950X 3D. That was potentially going to have 3D. I mean, there were rumors about it. 3D V cache on both chiplets, which would then, and also a solution to the core parking issue, that's what it's called. When half your CPU shuts down because, oh no, a game started. That's called core parking. Some people are fine with it. I disagree with those people. It's just not my favorite thing. However, that was not announced at CES, like maybe might have been hinted to me was going to happen. Very confusing and seemingly frustrating for those involved, for some of those involved, from my understanding. But if it's not ready, it's not ready. That would have been a better CPU for you here. It's probably going to be a couple months before that comes to market. So you have a couple of options here. Save a couple $100 on your CPU. Get the new one when it comes out, maybe, if you find that you need it. And just go with a 9800X 3D if you want to. Still going to be amazing performance. Actually has decent performance in video editing as well, as opposed to the previous version, the 7800X 3D, which is like not even on the chart. It was very, very bad for anything but gaming. The 9800X 3D sort of shook that reputation, and it moved past it. What's going on, Grant? How's it going? I'm trying the performance on Minecraft, and GPU usage on Task Manager is almost always at 95% or higher, especially when I have Discord open and it gets around 80 to 200 FPS. What resolution? Are you doing 1080p, 1440p? I mean, let's be honest. Do you need more than 200 FPS? Does your monitor do more than 200 FPS? Because the higher your frame rate, the more work it is for your CPU, Luxacat. So if your CPU busy doing other stuff, then it's going to hamper your frame rate for lower resolution gaming, especially 1080p. Okay, there it is. Called it 1080p. There's a delay, so you don't know that I called it, but I said that before that showed up in chat. CDEINC. Don't spam the same message over and over in chat. I'll get around to it, okay? But if you spam it, I will intentionally ignore your message. If you say it, obviously I read it, but yeah. I don't really do low profile keyboards. This is not really a channel for keyboards and stuff. So check out Hippotech. That's a great, also check out Bad Seed Tech. Both great channels for peripherals. Gotcha. Taking notes. Nice. I mean, for right now, I'm going to do so that was my options for you. You can just ignore all that because hey, when I'm streaming and gaming, it's just, I'm not doing anything that is very CPU intensive. I'm fine. I can use 8 cores, 16 threads, no problem. When I am doing, coding and stuff, I can use all my 16 cores. If that's the case, cool. Go with this one. If you want to wait for the upgraded one, which is only going to be a couple months, you want to save some money on your CPU, go ahead and get the 9800X 3D. This is just a parts list. You can get either of those CPUs if you want to. You could even get, to try to save money for the new CPU when it comes out, just get a 9700X for now. Save half of the price of that CPU. Set it aside. Up to you. My main monitor is 165 hertz. The other monitor is 75 hertz. I don't necessarily need frames beyond 165, but the issue is that it fluctuates a lot and isn't stable. So what you're looking at is it hitches a lot. Like, it has issues with that. Yeah. Z-Manscar, what's up? Welcome. I gotta say, trying to focus on a build and also troubleshoot someone's frame rate issue and also recommend a keyboard and I don't like think that I'm bad at multitasking in general, but like I don't think I've got what it takes to do that. And I've been doing this for a long time. And the thing is, people will ask that a question like that in chat and then just start like as how am I supposed to pronounce that? Today Inc. CDE Inc. Maybe like a company is they'll just copy and paste it and paste it and paste it instead of just coming in and hanging out and waiting till I'm not literally helping somebody who waited their turn to help them out. It just, but if it's your first time here, you don't know like the vibes here, like how it works, that I'm actually helping someone one-on-one, not just yapping, although there is a lot of that. I'll be honest. Now, my downside for going with AMD for this build, and listen, in December, I was at the labs on the AMD campuses, okay, on the AMD campus in Austin, okay? And I got the lab tour and all that stuff, and I was like, what happened to X870E? Why does the I.O. suck so bad? What did they do? Because it's not like there's not I.O. available to these board manufacturers. It's just that AMD only gives them specific requirements. Like, hey, you got to have, for X870E, you have to have 2 USB 4 ports. You have to have this and that and that. They don't say, hey, cheap out completely on how many things can be plugged into your motherboard, please. But these board manufacturers, from the last generation to this one on AM5, okay, completely lost the plot when it comes to I/O, except for, I guess, a few, because, I mean, so many people went AMD. They didn't even have to try. It's really frustrating. But I do want to okay. Yeah. Show me something that has 0 in stock, Micro Center. 96 in stock is checkmarked. Am I crazy? Am I dumb? Or are they dumb? One of us has to be dumb, chat. Which one is it? Is it them or me? What do we think here? Listing something. I was like, oh, the Aorus Elite is actually pretty good. Oh. Never mind then. I swear, this is not a character I play. I really get mad at this. I really get that mad about this stupid stuff. Yeah, Live Mixer is good too. The problem is, Araxnus, there's no way in hell I'm putting an X3D chip on a Live Mixer board. And if you're recommending that to people, I would recommend not recommending that to people. Now, I know it's not the 9800 X3D, and it's specifically the 9800 X3D is what had that problem with them burning up. But I know I wouldn't want to be responsible for that, and I don't think you would either. No, Luxacat, it's okay. Absolutely, do not worry about it. And if you want me to talk about it a little bit more, just hang out until I'm done helping out wherever I'm helping. Like, because there's this, right? Like, we've got, this is for helping, for this stream. These streams are for me helping people find a PC. I've only got one person who has signed up so far. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. Just feel free to hang out, and we can chat about it more as soon as I'm done with this build. I'm not 9700X, I was. Right, but the thing is, the goal was like for them to eventually put an X3D chip into here. So unfortunately, that basically rules out ASRock, because ASRock said, oh, we fixed it. And then people with like the new BIOS still had their CPUs burn up, and it sucks. It is terrible. Okay, cool. I can't choose which one. I can't narrow it down by chipset. What sense would it make to narrow it down by chipset? You know, I think that it's been too long since I can't even turn off the compatibility filter anymore. Well, no, there we go. Right there. It is in the same spot it was before. That was all me. It's been too long. I forgot just how bad Micro Center's website is. And like, it's not so bad that if you use it once every 4 years, like, you're not going to notice. It'll be fine. I am forced to use this website. At least I was all the time. It's just been a minute. Good deal on this one. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. I could go for this one. It's on sale, too. There is only one in stock, so I can't guarantee that you'll be able to get it, but yeah. Keys again, what's going on? But yeah, Blessbloit, I would recommend this one, but there's only one in stock right now. I mean, I don't know. Like, I look at the fact that there are 4 Micro Center locations in New York State, and I'm just like, do you? Oh, and there's one in Jersey too. Like, did y'all need to take 5 of the Micro Center locations? But essentially, you want to hunt down this board. This is probably one I would recommend. The only thing I'm going to do, though, I got to check bifurcation before I can fully sign off on it. Okay, give me just a second to do that. And because if you're doing a streaming machine, you might be wanting to do things like putting in an internal capture card, or even like putting in a USB add-in card for more IO. If you're going to have like, oh, I'm going to have like 4 camera angles and all this different, and I want 8 stream decks. I don't know your streaming setup. I always try to make sure that it's a board that can support a lot of stuff if you're going to be streaming. So if we go to specs here, let's go to expansion slots. Okay, this is really good. This is actually super good. Okay, now there is a problem with storage. We'll get into that. But when it comes to adding in cards like this right here, or a capture card, this actually has 2 full-size slots that run at X4. One of them is PCIe Gen 4, one of them is PCIe Gen 3. So with that, you can put in the craziest capture card ever, because at least in terms of consumer capture cards, like my CamLink Pro, which has 4 HDMI inputs that can do 4K 30 each, because I got like this camera. I've got also this camera here for when I'm ripping Pokemon packs or doing a PC build, right? I've got I have the option also to add. I've also got this camera, this is a USB one, but it's really good. But also I have the option to add 2 more mirrorless cameras, which I've been considering doing. That only requires PCIe Gen 2 X4, but you have to have those 4 lanes. So these are the kind of things I think about when someone says, I want to build a streaming machine. Most people who are getting into streaming don't know what their setup is going to look like. Not even close. Like, you cannot imagine what your setup's going to look like, okay? When I started streaming, it was like my cell phone was my webcam, and I had just a USB like microphone. Well, I had I had a full-on microphone into a Scarlett 2i2, but like that was just because I was trying to get into voiceover at the time. Whatever. Not trying to get into. I hadn't actually started that journey, but I was planning on it. But anyways, it was a very simplistic setup, and now, well, I'm obsessed with USB ports for a reason. Good motherboard. Now let's talk about storage. This thing has 4 M.2 slots. However, you can only really use 2 if you want to get full speed through your GPU. The reason is some of that PCIe traffic is shared, and it says here, when the M2B CPU or M2C CPU connector is populated, the PCIe X16 slot operates at up to X8 mode. That sucks. That's not good. They even say it again here. So you basically just want to get one good-sized primary drive, your boot drive, and then eventually get a large, like once you get serious about what you're doing when it comes to video editing, get yourself like a 4 or 8 terabyte one for the 4th slot, and then you're good to go. Raythorn, do you have a link for the USB PCI slots or the card? The US, I don't actually. It's just USB 3.0 PCIe. Just look that up and you'll find it. Irkzilla. I hate the Wi-Fi connectors like that on the back. I prefer the ones that are press-in with the gold clips. Why did you say timeout somebody else? Yeah, why did you do that? Why did you choose timeout somebody else and then say you hate Wi-Fi connectors? Keys again. There was somewhat, yeah. There was a good one last stream. I'll admit the stream is good background noise at the very least. I'll be typing out my forum post in Discord server just so the info is there for my performance issue. Luxacat, awesome, and thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. I always appreciate a good lurk. Peckish, trying to time out a mod gets you timed out. Funny enough. Isn't that weird? Anyway, yeah. So there's the Aorus Pro. Was the Aorus Master board better? I would have to look, but it didn't pop up here. So, oh my God, come on. Okay, close that. There we go. There's the Elite that they have 0 of. Thank you for putting that right in my face. I appreciate that. There's also the Aorus Elite X3D, which is a bit gimmicky, but I remember the X3D Ice one was really nice when I did that, built with that at PC World for that PC build stream. Yo, they got the Hatsune Miku. Let's go. It's $600, but it looks dope. Listen, guys, if I had the money, I'd do it. Hatsune Miku is cool as hell, all right? And the way they built all those parts was super sick. I mean, of course, everything's super expensive now, so why not? Judgment Nietzsche, what's up? Welcome. Master shouldn't be too much more. Tanmay, what's up? Welcome. So how many of us here panic bought a new PC? I did. Hey, at least you went to Skytech for that. As long as you don't get the Skytech PC from like Amazon or Newegg and you get it directly from them, yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, I don't even see the Master here unless I'm just overlooking it completely. I mean, there's the Aorus Master X3D Ice, but that's $600. Judgment Nietzsche, thank you for the... Hold on, I pressed the wrong button. Judgment Nietzsche! Thank you for the Prime sub. Let's go, nerds. Welcome to the Swarm. See, I'm using that vocal effect. I don't know if I like that one more than this one. No idea. I have to figure that out, I guess, on my own. But this is the one I use when I'm doing comms for Super Metroid Map Randos. And someone gets an item. And I say, Morph Ball has been acquired. Speaking of which, I apparently am doing the comms for Game 2 and potential Game 3 for my buddy Emmett and another buddy of mine, Cruel Beans. They're going head-to-head for a best of 3. And I'm doing those comms apparently with Oats and Goats. Not much makes me nervous on a microphone, but I might be a bit nervous for that one. I've been watching his content for a very long time. Anyways, back to it. This is a newer motherboard, the X3D ones. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so like, that's a kind of a tough one. Yet, 2 extra type A's that are 10 gigabit per second, but you lose a 5 gigabit per second type A and the 2 USB 2.0s, which are great for mouse and keyboard, right? But you get 1 additional USB-C. But you also gain 5 gig Ethernet. So if this thing has no bifurcation on storage or just something nice like that, I might actually recommend this one over the other. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it do. What that PCIe layout do, though? Let's find out. Okay, where are we at? Huh. X2, eh? That's unfortunate, but I don't see nothing here about M.2 drives. Oh, there it is. There it is. We found it. It's because of the USB 4 controller. So the M2B CPU connector shares bandwidth with the ASMedia USB 4 controller. When a device is installed in the M2B_CPU connector, both the M2B_CPU connector and the USB 4 port supported by the ASMedia USB 4 controller operate at up to X2 bandwidth. When using an AMD Ryzen 8000... Okay, it just doesn't work. Okay, yeah, I got it. At least it doesn't bifurcate your X16 slot, like basically cut off the bandwidth for your GPU by half, which is not always the worst thing. I mean, if we're talking about PCIe Gen 5, that's still a lot of bandwidth, but like, come on. What are we doing? Am I going to have to download the manual for this thing? 1 M.2 connector, 2 M.2 connector. Shares bandwidth, so you don't use that one. So 1, 2, 3. Hey, you end up with 3 on this, not 2. That is better. All right, I'll say it. This one's better because you basically have 50% more slots for M.2. I guess that's good. Well, there is this downside, though. So let me show you something real quick. Okay. I don't have the other one here to show you, but this one right here, this USB PCIe card that it does not want to focus on. Hello, block my face or whatever. Come on, camera. Whatever. This one, okay, you know what? Here's what we're doing. We're going to Pokemon TCG camera here. Okay. This is the card, right? This has its USB controllers directly on the card. It does not need additional power from the power supply because it gets power from the PCIe bus and then pushes that through here. You have a separate controller for the Type C, separate controller for the Type A's. This one can do up to 10 gigabit per second. The downside, it requires 4 lanes of PCIe. The motherboard we're looking at now could not do this if you also want to put a very capable, like high-end consumer capture card in the the PCIe Gen 4 X4 slot. But they have these that are only 1 lane. This connector right here is shorter. You'll be able to visibly tell that there are fewer pins than there are on this one, okay? That one can do up to 5 gigabit per second, but if you're just trying to connect a few extra things, it's not a big deal. So I would take the extra storage option for this one over the fact that the other motherboard had 2 slots that could do X4. Have I talked long enough about motherboards? For this one build, this is just how I get, guys. Get used to it. Yo, WX fan, what's going on? It's funny. I was just talking about the upcoming race with Emmett and Cool Beans on Thursday. But yeah, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? Okay, where am I going? I'm going here. We're picking this one. Pardon me. I appreciate the passion. Benefits me in the long run. Well, yeah, I obsess over this stuff, so you don't have to. Will you be streaming on Thursday if the race is happening? It should end before stream. I got to look at the schedule, but I know that there's a buffer of time between my stream and that one. But if it does go long, I'll just let you guys know in the Discord. Hey, if it looks like it might go long, I'll let y'all know. Hey, I might be starting late tonight on this stream. But if you miss me, come hang out and watch the Super Metroid race because it's fun. Kilobyte, thank you for the lurk. What am I doing? RAM. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's RAM time. Okay, I gotta check what a 64 gig kit is running these days. Huh? That's so bad. That's DDR4. Why is it? No, we want. Hang on. I just got to point this out, everybody. I did not disable the compatibility filter. Micro Center is literally showing me DDR4 for this AM5 motherboard. The industry, the PC landscape has officially broken Micro Center. Crazy. How awesome are you? How awesome you are? How awesome I am? Oh, no, that's, I mean, debatable. I got super excited. I was like, $500 is just like 2.5 times the original price. No. Yeah. Look at this. This is what Crucial thinks is pro. This is what they put on the label for pro, right? Oh, but it's DDR5 6000. If you don't keep reading, you're like, okay, I guess I'll take it. CL40. That is 33% more latency than what you normally get with that frequency. You're going from 30 to 40. That's really bad. Maybe Crucial was doing, Micron's doing us a favor by shutting down Crucial, I guess. Will you, BC Murray, what's up? Will you post the Metroid race link in Discord? Sure. But here's the thing, guys. I have been doing a lot of them, and I have not been posting a lot of those in the Discord, to be honest. I did the first one, I think, but I don't. It's separate from the PC content. So I don't. It's one of those things where I don't want to like flood the Discord with a bunch of non-PC related stuff, right? We're gonna check 48 gig here in a second. But yeah, when it comes to something like that, like this one is a little different because I've never done commentary with Oats and Goats before, who is kind of the person who got me into watching Metroid speedrunning in the first place a couple of years ago. So yeah, and I was saying earlier, WX, I was saying not a lot of things can make me feel a little bit nervous on the microphone. Like when it comes to yapping, I do it for a living. I'm a little nervous about that. Not gonna lie. But that's, I'm still going to give it my all. Like, that's just what I do. But, I'm also not ashamed to say so. Of course not. I did theater for so many years. Up until like my, I think, late 20s. From when I was an early teen to my late 20s, I did theater, community theater, all kinds of stuff. I still, every show, before every show, got stage fright. I just learned to use it. Nervous energy is energy. I was doing my first time doing comms with him to Yeah, he's a super cool guy. I get that. The thing about it is, for me, WX, I am more used to like sort of the vibe that is in his chat, which is why when I did comms for the race, I think that was I was doing comms on that with Cruel Beans. His first race for the tournament with Hemzar. He caught a couple strays because like he's super contentious with his chat. Like they're always like at odds with each other. And that's just the vibe I'm used to with him. So I'm going to have to like roll that back and not bring that to the table. This might be the best deal. This might be the best deal. Well, actually, no, they have it in black. Okay. DDR5 6400 CL32. That does equal out to 10 nanosecond first word latency. They have one of these kits in stock. So here's the deal. Bless Blight, here's what you got to do. There are currently 3 kits of this RAM there. Okay. There's 2 of them in white and 1 of them in black here. These will not last. This is about as cheap as you can get 48 gigs. This is cheaper than a lot of 32 gig kits, to be clear. Now, if you're there, you might be like, oh, well, I found faster RAM. Don't do that. Do not do that. That is not how Ryzen CPUs work. You will just be like losing performance. You want to have a measurement call, which is first word latency, absolute latency. There's like there's essentially there's math to get to that number, but the sweet spot here is either going to be DDR5 6000 CL30 or DDR5 6400 CL32. Those are the 2 main sweet spots you want to look for Ryzen 7 or 9000 series, 7000 series or 9000 series. And you have 2 kits of the T-Create in white and 1 in black. I'm selecting the 1 in black to match the build. But just know, there's a kit that is higher frequency. Do not buy that. It is not going to achieve one-to-one memory synchronization with the memory controller for Ryzen. So you don't want that. This is vastly oversimplifying that whole exchange, that whole setup. But I find that those terms explain it efficiently enough. Tanmay, I appreciate that. Glad to see you hanging out in chat. I appreciate you being here. I seriously, like that just shopping for RAM there was emotionally exhausting. Oh God, now we got to do storage. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh geez. Okay, actually. Guys, is it just me, or is the PCIe Gen 5 9100 Pro from Samsung in 2 terabytes only $15 more than the 990 Pro 2 terabyte, which is half the speed of this one? Like, that's actually kind of good. It's a $15 difference. Actually kind of good. Also, chat, is it just me, or did I forget that the budget for this PC was literally $4,000? Why am I stressing so much? I don't know, but it's not my money, so I do need to be careful with that kind of stuff and not go overboard. We're going to go 2 terabyte 9100 Pro, over 14,000 megabyte per second sequential read speeds, or at least up to over 14,000. Absolutely insane speeds on this. And, this is maybe like $80 more than I would normally see it, or $60 more than I would normally see it. It's not bad. Okay, Natty, I do have news for you. Similar to when people try to time out mods, what do we think happens when someone tries to time out the streamer? Okay. That's a faffy moment right there. That is a faffy moment right there. F-A-F-I. Yes. Wait, no. F-A-F-O. Fafo. Fafo. That's the word. It's a Fafo moment. F-A-F-O. Still want to get them a good deal. I do. Okay, but genuinely, is a moderator able to time out the mod? Like, is it possible? I don't think so. No, I think it removes mod status if you time out or ban a mod. The streamer, yeah, I can do that, yeah, but I think it removes mod status. Okay, now, hey, guess what, Blessbloit? We're through the scary part, okay? Now we get to talk about the fun part. We get to decide how this thing's gonna look. So you already gave some input on that. You said, when asked if you want RGB in your PC, you said yes, but not too much. I respect that. Let's look at cases. One sec. BRB. Okay. So, there's a few questions that I have when it comes to this, but I already have a suggestion for you because we got the King 95 Pro here. It really doesn't get much easier than this. You have bottom intake fans with reverse blade fans. You have side intake fans, dual 140s with reverse blade. And these fans are not hub lit, meaning they tend to minimize the sheer amount of RGB. So it's more tasteful. Yeah, Alucard, I do like the V100, but if the Montec King 95 Pro is available for someone who wants, well, that is the question though, isn't it? Bless, what type of case are you looking for? Are you looking for like just a front mesh, front intake standard case, or do you like the fish tank look? And that also begs the question of like, how much desk space do you have? Or how much space to place your PC do you have? And not on the floor. We do not put our PCs on the floor. We don't do that. Liking the King 95 Pro? Cool. I figured you might. It has got that kind of universal appeal. Alrighty. It is 170, but remember, it already comes with all the fans you need other than what comes on the cooler. So there you go. It made you smile? That's all you need. Desktop, not floor bottom. I like that. That's good. I didn't know RAM pricing was this bad. I think I saw a kit advertised as $359 2 by 24 gig kit. Well, the thing is, Tanmay, you're gonna see some somewhat reasonably priced things, like relatively speaking anyway. You have to dig and see what the specs are, because there are some pretty bad spec'd kits out there that are being pushed because they're somewhat affordable. Now, can we afford to be picky all the time? No. But we did have a solid option here, so we did choose to be picky. Yo, Fuzzy Fuzz, thank you for the $1 super chat. Let's go, nerds. Wait, is that a super chat or is that a super, or, I'm just going to hit the like button on it. There we go. I don't think we need the echo anymore. Or the speed lines. But, yeah. 6000 CL36. Yeah. So, not good for Ryzen then. I mean, it's fine. It's fine for Ryzen, but it's not ideal. Well, on PC 2 weeks ago, wish I'd found you before then. This would have been fun and helpful for getting the right specs. That's what I do. That is what I do. But I do appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay. So we have that. We got to pick a power supply. I wonder. I wonder if they have seen the way of the Montech here. Although I do really like the Edge power supplies. They're very nice, and that would work in this case. Wait, do they only have it in white? No, there's no way. Okay. Well, you didn't have to do that, but Fuzzy Fuzz, thank you for the $10 super chat. Let's go, nerds. Or 11 now. I mean, if we're looking at totals, thank you very much. Thank you for that. It's funny because you basically said, like, I wish I had known you were here so you could have helped me. And then you basically drop a dono as if I did help you. So that is appreciated, though. Thank you. 750, 1300 is a bit much, honestly. Do they not have the... Okay. They don't have the 1000 watt. But 850 is okay for a 5070 Ti. We don't need to go with an SFX. Oh, that's ATX. It's just the SX1000P. I find this to be useful for a dual chamber build, though. They just don't seem to have the one that would be what I would have recommended. I like to throw... Look, it's a $4,000 PC. Why would we stick to 850 watt? Let's just look at other options. I just wish I could see the Montech power supply here because it's such a good deal. And they're just not going to have it. Yeah. Okay, hold on. What? Fuzzy Fuzz, thank you for the $9 super chat there. We're at 20 now. Thank you very much. Let's go, nerds. I appreciate it. To be honest, 11 sounds weird. 20 feels better. I appreciate that. You being cool helped me. Okay. Well, I mean, I could say the same, I suppose. I don't know, when it's Micro Center, like, they have good... If they didn't have any good options a la carte, I'd be like, yeah, let's go shopping elsewhere. But they do have some good options. I know Superflower makes a really, really good power supply here. The LED X3 is very good. LED X7 is better even than that. That is very... Like, here we go. LED X7 Platinum Pro... 1200's like, that's overkill, but the LED X3 1000 I think is the perfect balance. I have built with this. It's what I put in Emmett's PC when I went to do his build. So let's do it. There you go. Fuzzy Fuzz, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Seriously, thank you. Now we got to do a liquid cooler. Let's see what we get. They got the Montech Hyperflow. So I think I would say this right here would be good. And the reason I don't mind that this has hub lit fans is because they're facing downwards. So essentially, inside the case, like, let me pick this so I can show you. Inside the case, where you'll normally be seeing it, because you're not going to have it like up above you, right? So inside the case, well, the part you'll be able to see will have these cool perimeter lit fans, right? And then this one strip of RGB right here, and then from the top you'll have RGB fans pointing downward, illuminating the internal components without directly pointing at you. So this is a way to illuminate the PC without just blinding you all the time. So I think that's a good combination. Plus, it's all Montech, so it's all, same LEDs, same everything. That helps. That is we still have $900 left in the budget, so that's pretty good. When I build my wife's PC, I'll come to you and fill out your form to get help on the spec sheet. 100%. I'll be happy to help out with that. I hope that there is still RAM left somewhere in the market to help you get that done whenever that comes around, because it is getting rough out there, I will say. Now that we've done this, we can look at a couple of options. If you're wanting to edit video, like one thing we can do is, because these are still not in, like, they could be better priced, I know. We could go with a 4 terabyte boot drive. I think that's probably a good idea. Or you can stick with a 2 terabyte Gen 5 drive and then get like a 4 terabyte or 8 terabyte drive. The 8 would be actually too much. That'd be over $1,000 right there, probably. But a 4 terabyte Gen 4 drive for like storing projects, raw footage, stuff like that, probably a good idea. What if we do that? We go here, we go to capacity, go to 4 terabytes. Let's see what our options are. Hold up. 1 second here. $499 for an Inland Performance Plus PCIe Gen 4 drive. And it's only $50 more, as in 10% more. Oh, that's a 990 Pro. No, okay. It's $80 more. Sorry, $80 more for the Gen 5. No, that's not, yeah. Evo Plus 4 terabyte. This is $439. That does have a DRAM cache, I believe. I'll double check that. Oh, that's why this thing gets listed as PCIe Gen 5. Because it can do PCIe Gen 4 by 4 or PCIe Gen 5 by 2. Okay, kind of weird, but all right. I'm so confused right now. Oh my God. How are they selling a 4 terabyte Gen 4 drive for $1,150? Are you crazy? What is a heatsink made of solid gold? The hell is wrong with this? What's wrong with these people? Western Digital. Wow. I mean, they're SanDisk now, I guess. Natty, I guess, is getting timed out. But I didn't get timed out, but sure. I guess you got to make your own fun, you know? Sorry, the DDR5 part was being hidden by the YouTube heart. What's up? Huh? What? Who? Huh? Dude, I love your immense knowledge on components. I feel like are often overlooked, like AIOs and cases going for more than just looks. I mean, whenever someone says like they want some RGB but not too much, I have things in mind for that. Okay, Fuzzy, come on. Okay, thank you is what I mean to say. But Fuzzy Fuzz, thank you for the $10 super chat. Let's go, nerds. Thank you very much. I'm glad you find that to be fun. If you like, I hope you like Pokemon cards, because I'm going to be doing some of those in a little bit, I guess, because we're just about finishing this. Can you get like 1,100 gigabytes in a? You get like, nope, that's not what that is, and it wouldn't be worth $1,100. Tell you that. Oh boy. Anyways, you got options, essentially, is what I'm saying. Yeah, don't get the 990 Pro for $550 if you can get the 9100 Pro for $580. That's crazy. Oh, the mobile UI for YouTube app is bad. I've never tried it. I've never tried it for a live stream, honestly. What's up, Rutu? How's it going? Welcome. I mean, honestly, I'm going to swap this one for a 4 terabyte. And what I'll do is I'll just let you decide whether you want to upgrade, add more storage or not. Because if we swap this, here we go. Yeah, we're up to 3334 out of a $4,000 budget, and you now have 4 terabytes in your boot drive. Like, that's fine. That's good. Fuzzy, I'm not gonna do the whole screen thing, but thank you for the $2 super chat. Because I'll just be doing those all the time. If you're trying to talk only in super chats, please don't do that. Please don't talk only in super chats. You're going to be like, I'm never going back to that guy's stream again. And I would rather have you here than have your money, honestly. But yeah, okay. There's your build. It's done. No, Peckish, it's time out somebody else. You have to get someone else to time you out. Okay, fine. Here you go. All right. So here's what I need you to do. No, I'm not trying to save it. This is what you need to do. I'm going to send you a link to this build. You need to save this build yourself. Okay? And wait. Where's the thing to link it? There it is, right here. There we go. So I'm going to send you this link. Please save the build under your own account or add it to cart. Rutu, Peckish is, or if you try to time out someone who's already timed out, guess what happens? Y'all got to stop. I'm going to have nobody chatting in my stream. I'll see you in a bit, Rutu. Oh my God. There's your build. This is just leftover money in a random crypto wallet I've been looking for a use for. Oh, Tan, okay, hold on. Fuzzy Fuzz, thank you for the additional $2 super chat. Let's go, nerds. Tan, I just work a bunch. Okay, fair. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing, though. Blessbloit. Here's the reason oh, by the way, guys, don't even try to time out someone if it's their turn and I'm helping them. Guess what happens? If you try to, you get to, honestly, time out someone else is the most self-own option in the point redeems period, because most people try to do stuff that just gets them timed out. It's actually kind of great. Right. So here's the thing. Bless, if I help somebody else with a Micro Center build, this is going to get erased. So you need to save this build for yourself, and then you're good to go. Another thing. Okay, if you choose, Bless, if you want to, you could go for a 64 gig kit of RAM. Just make sure that the frequency and the latency is the same. 6400 CL32. Okay? But you're going to be paying like $400 more. You're going to be paying double the price of this RAM. 48 gigs, because of what you told me you're doing, should be enough for you. We're just trying to make some very simple videos teaching how to code and things like that. You should be fine. Wish I could send mine directly. YouTube cut is like 30%. Yeah, well, on Twitch, it's like 50-50, or I guess it's a little different as a partner. I honestly don't know. Okay, Astral, have a nice break, I guess. I am still talking to them, so I'm still technically helping them. I have not yet put it into here. And I am now done with helping them. That's just funny. 1 second. Don't vape, kids. It's not good for you. That's why I don't do it visibly on stream anymore. If you're ever wondering, like, does this camera just stop working? Well, I guess it does, but that's on purpose. Fuzzer, welcome to Twitch chat. Okay. Oh boy. I sure yelled a lot, didn't I? Sorry, I guess. But it's time now. So let's talk about the Pokemon thing again. So for this one, I'm probably going to do all of these in this. I don't have anybody else to help yet, actually. So I might try to space this out a little bit. But we're going to do the Mega Dreams box here. 10 packs. From when I did this before, the hit rates were really good. I am not muted. Dead Scum, that's not nice. My God. Welcome to the stream. Braxton, welcome. How's it going, bud? What's up, Zeno? Just everybody getting timed out. That was really something. Those should be finishing here in a couple minutes. But yeah, we're doing this. And then I have a couple choices, I guess, because I do have more stuff on the way. I just don't know if it's going to arrive on time. So I'm probably going to save the gem packs for Thursday. And then I'm not going to run out, though. I have 36 packs of Mega Evolution right here for those Mega Mondays videos, for those shorts. On where we just got started. We're just getting started with that. What's up? But look, I got a booster box. So, and it's Fuzzard just dropped a tier 1 sub. Let's go, nerds. It's Fuzzard. Welcome to the swarm. Why so late? I did a long build. No problem, Blessfoot. You're good. Happy to help. I'm so excited about this. I did one of these. It's going to be good. It was just a long Micro Center build. And a lot of yelling. What do you can do with all the extra cards? Well, I am first and foremost, I am trying to build the Pokédex. Then I'm setting everything aside as bulk so I can potentially build decks and get into playing the TCG. Also, my kiddo does like Pokemon as well. So at some point, I'm going to be getting any extra bulk. We're going to go through that, and that's going to be for yet another collection. Once I get to the point where I've been doing this for a while, extra hits and stuff will be given away and stuff like that. But they'll have to be good hits to justify shipping and whatnot. Twitch made it harder for me to give you my money than YouTube. I'm going to stick to donating there. Okay, sure. Sure thing. Yeah, gifted subs don't actually give a whole lot to the streamer, so there is that. I believe YouTube is more generous with the split. So apparently there's a hype train happening right now, so that's cool. There you go. Thank you for the hype train. Yo, what's interesting? I actually have a solid amount well, not. I always have a solid amount of people in here, and I never want to like undersell that. Okay. But no, 42 people watching on Twitch. Nice. And 25 on YouTube. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I appreciate it. But having, almost 80 people watching is cool. And I'm not yelling about computers anymore. Now I'm just ripping Pokemon. Let's see how many people stick around for that. Although I do have to turn off the music. Sorry. And Shanala just started grooving too. So sorry about that. People still say that, right? Twitchman, okay, that's lame. I'll stick to there if it's a better split. Sorry. Oh no, you're good. Either way is fine. Okay. Are we gonna have focus issues here? Okay, good. There we go. Yo, onward. Hold on. I'm not gonna miss out on that. Hold up. Onward Highway just got Onward Highway. Just join the Swarmies over on YouTube. Let's go, nerds. Welcome to the Swarmies, buddy. It's a little weird with no music happening, but there it is. Bone Shock, you're not really. I'm just about to do Pokemon cards. Sorry if I butchered your last name there for a second. That's my bad. But okay, let's do this. Let's go back. Let's back it up just a bit. I think that's good for zooming in and whatnot. Yeah, that little guy right there. It's a nice little setup there. Sure, why not? Don't need that, actually. Okay. You said it perfectly, actually. Thank you. Awesome. I like the scene setup. Right. So the whole point for the, if you haven't been catching much of these, the whole point is that this is designed for making shorts. Now, this would look fine for a full video, for a full landscape, like 16:9 video. I think it looks good for that. But when you're editing a short, you have just that vertical space and you just move the video sort of around to get different parts of the shot. This is supposed to absolutely streamline making these shorts so that we once they're going, we can crank them out really fast. So, okay. All right, I've been holding on to these for, okay, let me look at the right camera. I've been holding on to these for quite a while since the card show in Vegas, but finally, we're opening up this Japanese Mega Dreams pack here. Okay. It's not a pack, it's a bunch of packs, really. Okay. I've been holding on to these for a while since the card show in Vegas, but we're finally opening up this box of Mega Dreams packs here from Japan, and I'm super excited. I've opened one of these before. It was really dope. I got some great cards out of it. Let's see what we get out of these 10 packs now. Okay, no, not now. I opened one of these before. It was awesome. I got a bunch of cool cards out of it. There are 10 packs in here. We're going to do 5 right now, and get subscribed so you see the other 5 in the next one. There we go. And yes, I do have to sort of stretch this content as much as possible because this was so at the Top Deck card show, this box was $95, I believe, out of that $500 budget. So not too bad. Not too bad. That's about market price. And I do like putting this into okay, hold on. Let's open that up. Take that off of there. And then let's put this baby in sport mode. If it will let me. There we go. And that's basically how the display would be. These are for sale, supposed to be for sale only in Japan, but that I saw a lot of these, so that didn't exactly work out. But yeah, 10 packs in here. But yeah, 10 packs in here. Let's see what we get out of the first 5. And you guys will wait till the next video. I remember not liking how these open. It's like hard to open these to me. I'm just not used to it. I also forgot if there is a pack trick for this. Let's just get into it. Hold on, let me just give a little. Is that an energy card right there? If it is, okay. We're just gonna go through the first one, see if there is a pack trick here. So let's watch from there. Okay. We got Wooloo. Ooh, okay. Nice Magirna. Full hollow Magirna here. So there is a pack trick here. We'll see what it is. Spidops. And oh, hold up. Is that Team Rocket's Doug Trio? Oh, we got a hit in the very first one. And Doug Trio, Team Rocket's Doug Trio art rare. That is a sick card. Woo, okay. Yo, we got the Mega Lucario. Mega Attack rare. I cannot with this. I'm telling you, these boxes are lit. And I'm too old to say that. And also, people don't say that anymore, but that is awesome. That's my first one of these. Oh, that's awesome. How many cards for the pack trick? 1, 2, 3 cards for the pack trick. And then, so you got 3 like supporter and supporter/item cards. That is crazy. What a start. What is it with these? Why is it that it's always with the first pack? Like, it's great. Like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but does it kind of like ruin the start of the video for y'all? Sorry, my bad. Where do you buy this? So I got these at a card show. However, the first box of these that I got was actually at a local card shop. So you might be able to find some there if you have any local card shops or hobby shops around you. But no, this one is super sick. That is so cool. Let's get a good look at that. There you go. Actually, I should be getting a closer look at all of these. Is that focused? My only thing is about the shaking. I don't like that. But that it is what it is. I just got tremors, y'all. I'm not nervous, I promise. You literally said you wanted that one last stream. I did, didn't I? There's another card show in San Ann called SA Collectors Expo, February 21st. I might be in Salt Lake City. I might be. I'll have to see. So that already, just pack 1, guys. Pack 1. Now, this, of course, is going to be you're going to see a lot of the same stuff in Ascended Heroes, which is going to be coming out. It's already launching, I guess, but the launch is really weird. Like, it's just blister pack, three pack check lane blisters with stickers for starters. Kind of weird. Yeah, I forget that last time. I liked opening them more from the bottom than from the top. But there we go. Okay, hold on. No. Don't start drifting on me. There we go. Okay. All right. So it should be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, okay. I messed up the pack trick. What? We got an SAR. No, I messed it up. No. Oh my God. Okay. What is this? Ace Rolla, I think. Or who is this? I forgot who this character is. Okay, I messed up the damn pack trick. Come on. That is lame, but what a card. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm doing terribly at this, okay? Okay, just hi Snom. Hi Snom. Okay. Executor. Okay. It's a Sneasler here, hollow. Darumaka, Pokeball, Darumaka. That, I think that's an upgrade for that Pokemon. And Mega Gardevoir EX. Nice. But really, we got an SAR and I ruined the pack trick. It's 2 cards. 2 cards. We got an SAR and I messed it up. Come on. Hello. Look at the eyes, okay? That is so sick. Of course, a Mega Guardy right there. Awesome. But I gotta, no. I just need y'all to appreciate this. The texture on this is so awesome. I shake way too much for this job. Is that a flaw on the surface or something? I don't know what that is. There you go. You can kind of see the glowing eyes on that. It's insane. But this is why I was telling you guys, I had so much fun with this before. It's like the fingerprint kind of texture, yeah. Okay, 2 cards for the pack trick, I guess. Okay. 3rd pack. What's up, Develop? How's it going? Even 2 cards might be wrong, okay? I don't know. Watch, it's going to be the God pack, right? Okay, we got Night Stretcher. Okay. It's Glastrier, I think. Yes. Execute. Okay, all right. There it is. Okay. I forgot what that one's name is, but that's the problem with this. It's like flashcards. And oh, Iris's Fighting Spirit. Sweet. Iris's Fighting Spirit. Okay. So, Natty, thank you. You're always coming in with the names of them whenever I don't know, which is helpful for the like if I have to do a voiceover or something for it. But yeah. Camerupt. Crustle Hollow. Chien Pao Hollow. No, Obstagoon Art Rare. Dude, this card is sick. I love this set. I love this set. And okay, we got the Team Rockets Mewtwo EX. Nice. Nice. God, these are so busy with the holo, but look at that. Huge upgrade for that card in the Pokédex. If you don't know, the goal is, of course, to build a full Pokédex with rarity not mattering at first, but as we go, we're going to be upgrading to the point where every card that has some kind of full art, we want to have that for each Pokemon in the Pokédex eventually. But we're taking our time. We're not chasing one card out of this whole set. That's a good way to have a bad time. This is such a sick card. Look at the art on that. Love the colors on it. They really do pop. Yeah, Develop, whenever you're saying Japanese, say the full name, because that can be otherwise seen as derogatory, so don't do that. But Japanese, it's because this set had not been released yet in English, so yeah, because you just can't get these in English yet. What does it matter? They're awesome. You do know where Pokemon is from, right, Develop? Just checking. I'm just checking. I just want to make sure you do know that Pokemon is from Japan, like in general. Mewtwo's all about Aura. The OG Aura farmer, 100%. You're going to be opening them every stream? I have been for months, yeah. Now, not all stream. I'm still helping with PC stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have English cards, Japanese cards. I've got Chinese cards that have exclusives that you can't get in English or Japanese. There's exclusive art that you can only get. I got my first booster box. I just got my first booster box. I'm waiting until I'm being very picky and only doing it when I can find a solid deal. Okay, 2 cards for the pack trick seem to work. Let's see if I mess it up again. It's just over 2. So not bad. Not great, but not awful. For Mega Evolution, still fairly new. So I am working on a source to get Much cheaper product, as in close to MSRP. That's what I'm working on. Okay. Some scaly thing. We have Numal. That is a cute, look at how cute this Numal is. That is super cute. I like that. Got Rotom here. I forget what the Cole something, whatever it is. Sorry. That's the problem is I don't have every Pokemon out there memorized by sight. So this is like good practice for me. Roly-Coly. Thank you, Shanala. Appreciate it. You should hop into Magic. Such a fun game. I got sort of put off of that when I was young. Magic has, like, I tried it and I wasted too much money on it in high school. And I was just like, I'm never touching that again. But I might, it's just, I've been playing Pokemon video games for so long that I'm already into Pokemon, right? Okay, we got Fan Rotom. I think I needed Monkey Dory. I needed this. No, I don't do sports. I'm Pokemon cards. It's Pokemon cards. I needed Monkey Dory. This is one of the loyal 3. The only loyal 3 I did not have. Okay, Magcargo, Hollow, and Togetic. Is that Togetic or Togepi? Togetic. There's 3 of them. Okay, whatever. That's not a new Pokemon or anything. I'm sorry. It's just I'm used to having the name there in English. Togekiss. That's the one. Okay, reverse Togekiss. Yo, hold up. Is that okay? So we got Garchomp EX. Cynthia's Garchomp EX. That's what it is. Mega Garchomp. Well, it might be Mega actually, because Mega Garchomp is out now, but I don't think this came out. I think Mega Garchomp. Yeah, was out. This might be Mega. It's hard to say. I think it is. Because there's so much of Garchomp covered up. It's kind of hard to say. You actually know the names. Some of them I don't. It's not Mega. Thank you, Nugget. Appreciate that. Still not bad, but we are getting to. Oh, no, I knocked over Mega Lucario. Oh, my God. Heartball. Wait, Heartball. Heartball? Oh, Heartball. That is a Heartball. What is it? The Love Ball. What does that mean? Like, is that? So there's, of course, Pokeball, Master Ball, but this has the. You're right. How did I miss that? I don't know if that adds more to it in terms of value, but then again, I don't really care much for the value of it, honestly. If you try to do this to make money, again, it's a great way to have a bad time. What's your favorite Pokemon? I've got a list. Lately, it's kind of been Porygon because you got Pokemon and computer stuff all in one. But yeah. So while I was typing, my GP must have crashed. My monitors were stuck on 1 frame, but I could still hear this stream and mess with my keyboard's volume knob, and it would respond in real time. That's really weird, Luxicat. Do you live somewhere where there's a local PC repair shop? Because at a certain point, it's like, okay, let's reload Windows. Let's do all this. If you built it, you got it from NZXT. If you got it from NZXT, I'd have to go real far back in chat to see. If it's within a year, they should cover all of that for you. But the thing about a system integrator is one of the reasons you buy a pre-built late 2024, you might still be within warranty. I think don't they have a 2-year warranty? Yeah, you just need to get, like, you're supposed to be guaranteed a working PC, basically, when you buy a pre-built. You need to get on the phone with NZXT. That's what you need to do. Because it sounds like it's really causing you real issues. It's a Love Ball, just checked. Heart Ball has stripes on the side. Yeah, Love Ball, right. What set do I get if I'm looking for Piplup? Piplup is in multiple sets, I believe. Phantasmal Flames has extremely pretty SIR Piplup. Well, yeah, that's a little hard to get, though. It's a good Pokemon without the seizures, if you know, you know. Yeah, well, I mean, in the old series, yes. Okay, last pack. Let's get a little bit of... Get RGB in here, get some last pack mojo. I don't know if I honestly believe in that, but every other Pokemon content creator does something like that. And you know what? We've gotten some pretty good pulls from it. So maybe there's something to it. And we've got our own Pokemon around here. Right, buddy? There you go. So might as well get him in on the action. 2 cards. 1, 2, last pack for this one. Okay, it's Snover. Helioptile. Vec, dude again. What's it called? I forget. Another Obstagoon. Kilowattrel. Iono's Kilowattrel Hollow. Nice. I've already got that one, though, I believe. We got Hops Snorlax Hollow. I believe I have this already, but not bad, not bad. And okay, no, I thought it was a Pokeball because of the way the light is, but no, that's just a Team Rockets Diglett, excuse me. Team Rockets Diglett, reverse. And Mega Halucha EX. That's sick. I didn't have this yet. That is new for the Pokedex. Silcoon and Cascoon, by the way. Thank you. Cascoon is the kind of purple one. Thank you very much. That is a sick card. I love that. That's really cool. The way they do spot gloss on this is so good. The print quality on all this is so nice. Mega Halucha EX is a dope addition to our Pokedex. So if you want to see me open up the rest of these 5 packs, get subscribed, check the next video, and we'll see you then. Obviously, guys, I'm recording this for short form content. I should say hit follow or get subscribed. I know I focus all the time on YouTube, but I'm probably going to have to start putting these on like TikTok, I guess. I don't know. I need to get over it when it comes to that. I just don't really like, I already didn't like TikTok. And now with them being like, hey, we're watching you now. By the way, yeah, I even more don't want, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to boycott it. Like, no thanks. Okay, I should leave that in there while I do this. Okay. Oh, I should show this actually as part of that recording. So it wasn't quite over yet. So we got some, listen guys, that was 5 packs. When I say that this is a really good set, a really good box to get, okay? That was 5 packs. This is from 5 packs, okay? Like, this is a really good box to get. We're only halfway through, so don't miss the rest of it in the next one. There you go. That's a much better ending to the video. Am I right? That's not even including like the regular hollows and reverse cards. The warranty is probably voided since the PC originally came with an RTX 3050 and I've swapped a few times since. Luxacat, try putting in the original parts. See if it still does it. If it like, that's step number 1. Like, I know the power supply would be a pain in the butt, but a GPU swap is not too bad. Also, you make sure your drivers are fully up to date on everything. Oh, I'm not taking those out yet. Oh, I don't know why I put these up, because I can totally use that for the intro to the next one. No, it looks better here. I've only opened 5 packs out of this Mega Dreams EX box, and it's already been absolutely insane. The hit rates in these boxes is so good. So we have 5 packs left. Let's see what we get. Like that, I don't have to feign excitement there, guys. That is just, yeah. Okay, first one. Let's get it. right. It seems to be a 2-card pack trick if you ever open these, by the way. You can find boxes like this at card shows. Some local card shops will have them as well. They should market price is around 90 or 95 bucks for the whole box of 10 packs. That's not cheap for sure. But if you're looking to get specific, like really, really cool, art rares, SARs, I did get an SAR out of the second pack that I opened. For specific trainers or Pokemon, look up the whole deck for all of the whole lineup of cards. See if there's anything you want and see if you can find them. It's also on like tcgplayer.com and whatnot. You'll find it there. Lily's Determination is a great way to start. This is a great card for the hold on. Let's focus. Thank you. Lily's Determination is a great card for the TCG, so I see that as a good start right there. Okay, that is, what is the name of that city again? I forgot. But it was in Scarlet and Violet. Okay, we got Pancham. Is that Zigzagoon? Zigzagoon is one of them. Okay, anyways, I love the art on this. Look at that like pop art style. It's really cool. Okay, Okie Dokie. I do have this one already. Okay, nice. We have a holo Team Rockets Articuno, but I do have an illustration rare Articuno already, so it's not an upgrade. We have the reverse Chen Pao. Ooh. A secret rare. What is this? Timepiece? It's like a something timepiece. That looks super sick, though. Look at that. Like strange timepiece. I think it's called strange timepiece. I'm not sure. I just need to have, honestly, I need to have Google Translate at hand. Because I want to be able to say it in the video. Hold on. I do have Google Translate right here. Let me see. Counter gain? What do you mean? Well, it says counter gain. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it looks dope. And just making sure. Okay, we got Lily's Clefairy EX. And I guess I'm not doing a 3-card pack trick again. That did not work out last time. I spoiled the SAR by doing that. So sometimes I'll be a dud right behind there, I guess. That is actually the correct card, by the way. Looked it up. What did it say it was again? Counter gain. Okay. And then we got the SR, this I guess SR is super rare, I think. Well, we got the counter gain there. That's what that was. I don't care what it is. Anything full art gets a top loader until it, and this isn't going in a Pokédex. So yeah. It's because it's not a Pokemon. Okay, that was just pack 1. Let's see what we get now. Let's keep going. Let's finish out this box. It has just been sitting there for like, I don't know, weeks, just waiting. Got Ralts, Gabite. Okay, Cynthia's Gabite. Wurmple, I think. Oh, okay, come on. Why was it even over there? What was I doing? Live shelf reaction. Yeah. Okay. Well, good thing I was doing card stuff, so you didn't need to see my face. It's fine. You did get to see how messy that table is. I do need to clean that off so I can do the whole gaming and Pokemon setup there. Wurmple, right? Okay. Pangoro. Haunch Crow. I'm actually pretty proud of myself for remembering so many of these. Rayquaza, however you say it. That is, I think, an upgrade for my Rayquaza. I've always thought Rayquaza because like Quasar and it's like up there in space or whatever, or like in the upper atmosphere. But no, it's Rayquaza from what everybody says. Ooh, wait, hold on. Is that what kind of ball is that? Is that an Ultra Ball Helioptile? I don't know. Hard to say. I don't know. It's cool though. Mega Frostlass EX. I've already got this in the Pokédex, so this goes in the EX collection. Still a hit. Yo, MK Loomis, thank you for the tier 1 sub and 6 months of support. I appreciate that. I don't know what kind of ball that's supposed to be, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a hit as well. What can I say? We love balls around here. What do you want from me? Okay? Pokeball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball. This is what we're talking about. A heavy ball. For Helioptile, that would be the incorrect ball to use for that Pokemon. It is not heavy. I want the special full art of Mega Frostlass 2. I mean, I want all of the full art cards. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Okay, pack number 3, or I suppose pack number 8, if you're looking at sort of the big picture there for this whole box. One and 2. Okay. Can't do that. There we go. Picnic time, whatever this card is called. I have no idea. Sure. Okay, an energy card. Vanillish. Riolu. Not Disclops. What is this one called again? I don't know, whatever. Yo, look at the Dragonair, though. That's a beautiful... Look at the art on that. That is beautiful. Okay. All right, we got... Okay, hold on. What's this dude's name again? I always forget, because it's Pawniard, Bisharp, and King Gambit. King Gambit. Okay. We got Hollow King Gambit. Hold up. This is my first... oh my God. It's just like the main freaking turtle out of Scarlet and Violet. I just haven't played Scarlet and Violet. So what's his freaking name? And I really like this legendary as well. And this is my first card of him, though. Terapagos. Okay. We got a hollow Terapagos. First, hold on. Stop it. There. Hollow Terapagos. Nice. And we have a Pokeball Hops Trevenant. And Zacian EX. Hops Zacian EX. That is sick. I think I have a better Zacian card, though. We'll see. You know what? Quick Ball makes sense, actually. I think Quick Ball does make sense because it has that X on it. Okay. This system is not working. The system is down. I'm going to need more penny sleeves. I'm actually almost out. This could be a problem. I might need to spend a little time after this one just taking item cards. I have like penny sleeves on all my item cards because I was planning on at this point that I would have already built a few decks, and I just wanted to have all my item cards in penny sleeves the whole time, so I just don't damage them. But it kind of I need them. Okay, pack number 4 or 9. If you came from that first video to watch this one, this is the penultimate pack. Let's see what we get. 1, a 2. Let's go. Shaman. The balloon. We have what is it? Char Cadet. Yamega. This is Togetic. Okay. Hoot Hoot. That is Hoot Hoot, right? Yes. No? Didn't Hoot Hoot have 1 foot? I don't know. One of the owls. It's an owl. Okay. Reshiram. We have En's Reshiram. Hollow. Embor Hollow. Nice, nice. Oh. We got the Togekiss art rare. Look at this. Hold up. Dude, that's beautiful. Okay. That is nice. Let's go. All right, what's after this? What's after this? Can we get a double? Yeah, okay. All right. Crobat EX and Team Rocket's Crobat EX. Nice. But damn, look at this thing. It's beautiful. Can you imagine if I had not pulled that Togekiss earlier and been helped out with the name when I was blanking on the name? I would have pulled that and been like, this is the who, what? Yep. Absolutely gorgeous card. I think this might be an exclusive for this set, for the Japanese set. I'm not sure. Could be the case, but I got to see what's coming out for Ascended Heroes. It's just going to be a while for me to get any of that. But now we're on the very last pack out of these 10. Oh, not you, Lucario. You chill over there. All right. RGB, let's get some mojo. Last pack mojo. Let's go. I love Mega Dreams EX. It is such a fun set to rip, and you get so much out of it. We are at more than 1 hit per pack for the whole box. All right, last pack. Let's go. Sport bag, multi-energy, whatever that's called. Sure. Gibble. We have Gibble here. Pignite. Soul Rock. Colossal. Cynthia's Roserade Hollow. Badoo. It's a really pretty card. Can we just say, like, that is just a really cute card? Come on. And it's reverse, of course. And yo, hold up. Is that Ceruledge EX? Oh my God. This is my first good Ceruledge card. Finally, one of my favorite Pokemon. I finally got a good Ceruledge card. And it is sick. Look, oh my God, it's dropped it. Okay. That's PSA 11 now. Look at that. So sick. Nice. Okay, let's get them all together here. Like, okay, so this whole set is insane. Okay, I opened a total of 10 packs here. These are my hits. Like, these are all hits. Holy jeez, out of 10 packs. Okay. I don't remember where it finished off with the previous one. Okay, sure. But I mean, what an insane set. So no, that's Pokeball, Trevenant, Crobat, Ceruledge. We got the Togekiss. We got the Zacian EX, Mega Frostlass EX. Might have been in the previous one. I'm not sure. We have the. I'm just gonna read the. Oh wait, no. You said it earlier. You verified it earlier, so I say it correctly. Oh my God, I can never move my mouse around when I'm doing all this. We got this full art counter game, this art rare, or it says SR. So I don't know if that's secret rare or
super rare, whatever that means. The things that indicate rarity are different in Japanese. But that's insane. Okay. Of course, if we want to look at just all the full arts that we got here, out of this whole box, here we go. It is 10 packs, and look at how many full arts we pulled from that. Just insane. Insane. There you go. Now, we're not done with pulling cards in other languages because we have the Chinese Gem Pack Volume 3. We got a box of this, and this is, I think, 18 packs with 4 cards each and some exclusive full arts just for this set, just for the Chinese market. So get subscribed, or just move right on to the next video if it's already out, so you don't miss this one. There you go, everybody. That is crazy. I love Mega Dreams EX. Like, I was like, did I get a lucky one the first time around? No, they're all kind of like this. The pull rates are just better for Japanese cards because they're more against gambling than we are. Like, look, just all of these. All of these are crazy. Whether it's Pokeball or Quick Ball or EX or Mega EX. I mean, dude, look at this guy right here. Look at this. That is crazy. A crazy awesome card. Now, if you get this card in English, the part there that says Mega Brave is in Japanese. And then the rest of the text is in English. Here, all the rest of the text is in Japanese, and the move attack, the Mega attack is in English. I love that. Now I got to pull this from, guess what? I can pull that from here. And I'll have another pair where I have the English and the Japanese version. Because I got that with the Charizard. With the promo card that in English and then the Mega Attack Rare in Japanese. That was good. That was really good. I really like the reverse foil on these. The foil just feels of really high quality. So many hollows here. Like this, these are ones that I didn't even put penny sleeves on. Just so many hollows. If you're trying to build a Pokédex and you want a lot of shine in there, then yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot the name of Terapagos. Like, that's crazy. Great Rayquaza. I need a ton more penny sleeves, man. This is getting harder to maintain all of these, keep them all in good shape. Now, I'm not going to separate those two videos in terms of how many were new Pokemon, how many were upgrades. I'm just going to have that totaled up at the end of the second video. And also, a lot of the yapping that I do is probably not going to make it into the video. Just so you know, because it's a lot. It's a lot. You got to keep it interesting and not take forever. So for some of them, it's either going to be edited this audio here, or I'm going to do voiceover for some of them. If it just flows better that way, we're going to try to keep that open as an option. Because if you watch a lot of the shorts that people do for this, they just voice over everything, so they already know what's going to be pulled. I don't know if I can. I mean, I can probably fake the excitement, I guess, but I would just, if there's a really crazy pull, I just would cut to the audio. And you hear them do that. You hear them like cut to their reaction in that moment when they were recording them just opening it. I don't know if I'm adding difficulty by doing this live on stream, but honestly, it's a lot more fun this way. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, Onward. I'm not interested in just ripping packs and not having any voiceover because I like yapping. Okay, it. Just ain't me. And I get it. Like for some people, that's how they like to watch it, or they're just like they don't feel comfortable talking into a microphone or into a camera. That's okay. Like that's fine. It's just not for me. I'm very comfortable with that, as you might have noticed. It's definitely more fun to be doing things live. Helps you feel a little more extroverted, I imagine. Got to work on that. I'm way too introverted. Yeah. The thing about it is there's a lot of I have some friends who in IRL they're very, or in just in regular life they're very introverted, but they got into VTubing or something like that allowed them to on stream just be a lot more outgoing. And when you frame it like that, in terms of sort of putting on kind of a character, it allows you to explore that side of yourself where you're more outgoing, you're more talkative. It's just like I back in the day when I used to go to a lot of like conventions and stuff, I had cosplayer friends who in real life were very quiet, but in cosplay they got into that character and they were just way more outgoing, and it was like so cool to see. I think it's it really comes down to the individual. Whatever way you find to reach out and sort of share yourself with the world a little more is good. Find that way that works for you. It's healthy. It is a healthy thing to try and do. It's not anything you need to feel forced to do ever, but if it's a personal goal, there will be a way to do it. You'll find a way to do it. I've wanted to work on a video for so long, but the biggest obstacle for me has been my accent, funnily enough. Natty, it all depends on because there are some content creators who are like, people like their accent. It depends on that. So honestly, just work at it, practice at it, but don't lose that character, that charm. And when I say character, I don't mean like a character, like a different person. I mean, you know how they say so and so, it just builds character. That's what I mean by that. That's the context for that word. So I guess what I'm going to work on next, I really kind of want to save this, but it's not like I'm going to run out of packs. I have 36 in this booster box, but we have no one else on the list and over an hour left in the stream. I talk too quickly and my accent makes words just kind of meld together into something that not even I can understand. So I'm having to figure out how to talk slowly. Natty, I had to have a speech therapist work with me on that exact problem when I was a kid, because I always felt like I couldn't get my words out fast enough. I always talked very, very fast. I still do that sometimes, but I worked on my enunciation to where it's at least intelligible. Haha, there it is, most of the time. But there's certain things you can do. And what I did to practice, because I was such a bookworm at the time, I read books out loud. I would just read out loud and just really take my time with that. And the more you do that in whatever chosen language you're trying to work on, that tends to work really well. I am in my personal experience. My voice is my biggest insecurity in streaming. If I can do it, you can too. There you go. Yeah, Shanala, we've had Shanala bring raids in and stuff. I mean, that, like, my biggest insecurity is my, my, how I am physically. I gained a lot of weight when I started doing this full time. It was partially because I had sustained an injury a while back, and it was a back injury, and I'd gained weight at that time. And then I was starting to come back from that, but then I had to quit that job because I had to take care of my mom, who had literally broken her hip, and I was nursing her back to health. And I was like, I can't not be home. I have to be here. But going from a physical job to sitting down all day, I gained a lot of weight, and I'm very insecure about that still. But I'm working on that now. I'm trying to go to the gym and eat better and do all of that stuff. So, I mean, everyone's going to have insecurities. Need to find a voice trainer or some online classes. It's funny, Shanala, because you'll see WX Fan in here a couple times now and then. and he does commentary for esports and things like that. And he actually he was like, I'm going to be late for doing comms with you on this one race because I'm doing a intro to voice acting class. Like, we can always improve on stuff. IRL conditions like sharing a room doesn't help with being introverted. I unfortunately never get many chances to comfortably talk, which is why one of my nicks are Lux types. I type a lot. I type a lot instead. I mean, it is also a critical form of communications, typing now. A lot of our communication is mostly now online. So yeah. UOV Braithorn, for Simply Gaming, do you think the $1,800 difference on a 5080 to 5090 is worth it? No. You don't need 32 gigs of VRAM for Simply Gaming. And besides which, even the 5080 now is overpriced in most places you can get it by like 60 or 70%. You're seeing GPUs that were like $999 going for like $1,600 now, $1,699, $1,700 bucks. Yeah. My favorite pick still is a 5070 Ti. If you can get it for under $900, under $900, 5070 Ti. Even if you're doing 4K gaming, 5070 Ti does it easily. It's very close to the 5080 in performance, has the same amount of VRAM, the same dual encoders if you stream, all of that. Even the 5080 is being priced out of its own performance bracket completely. So now I got to choose, because I want to do a little bit more. If I should do the intro to Onward, I don't know if you caught this earlier. Oh, Onward, yeah, it is rough. Especially if you're busy. Maintaining your health and especially losing weight if you've gained some is really, really, really tough. It's time consuming. It's difficult, especially if you have things like I work a lot, I sit down for work, all of that. So Onward, I don't know if you caught this, but I am chasing those 3 cards, that triptych of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur from Mega Evolution. So I got this booster box. So we're going to be doing Mega Mondays as part of the content schedule, where this has 36 packs in it. So 6 packs per video. And until I get all 3 of those, because these are still in print, so they're not that expensive, and I may even have a better source for these coming up soon. But it's the only chase I'm actually doing is those 3, because I want my Pokédex to start with that triptych of cards. I kept forgetting whether they were in Phantasmal Flames or Mega Evolutions. I believe they're, they are in Mega Evolutions, so I should be good. Hope I didn't get that wrong, because this was like a little over $200, but yeah, we'll see. I should be able to get these cheaper soon. I use local storage plus Dropbox, Natty. So that's some redundancy there. But I use Dropbox because Onware is the editor. He is in Jordan, so that's very, very far away. But with Dropbox, once I load the videos in a Dropbox, it will automatically update. He puts the Premiere file into the same folder, basically. It auto updates back and forth, so we can both work on it. It's good. Google Drive is also fine. I just like the workflow in Dropbox a little better. That's all. The Dropbox setup is very clever. It's instant. Thank you. I worked a long time on that. So there's also these. I really want to do these too. There's a lot of shiny cardboard in here from when I've seen people opening these, including exclusive holo patterns that are super sick. If you watched the live stream when I was at the card show, I opened 2 packs of these, and they were gorgeous cards. All right. I need to, man, Honor, I really need to get some of that footage uploaded to you so we can get started on it, because I'm just hoarding it all right now. And that's, I think at least the card show is there in the Dropbox from CES. It's like Final Day Plus or something like that. I need to see. I just know you said you had stuff you had to get caught up on for other projects, so I wanted to let you do that. But I don't know. Chat, should I save this for next stream and just do 6 packs of this right now and the intro for Mega Mondays? Still no new people in the forum, so we're not missing out on anything here. That's fine. I guess I could show it here. So that's the triptych I'm trying to get, basically. Whenever we do the first video for this, I'm sure you can find better quality images of this and the English ones too. But that's basically what we're looking at. Okay, I'll have it in this recording, but it's just a note for you, basically. Okay. All right, let me actually go back here. I'm just starting the recording here so you know which images to look for. Any high quality ones of these you can find. These are the ones right here. Okay. As a new Pokemon TCG collector, I'm trying to build out the Pokedex. Rarity doesn't really matter until I get a better card as I go along, and I get some illustration rare or some kind of full art that I can replace each different Pokemon with. It's been pretty fun so far, and I've collected a lot of cards. But while doing that, I haven't had any chase cards that I've been obsessed with. Because I feel like if you're just obsessed with getting one card out of a set and you don't get that card, you're setting yourself up to have a bad time. So, with that in mind, I actually am going to be chasing not one, not two, but 3 specific cards. And it is these 3 cards that form a triptych of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur, because I want the first 3 cards in my Pokedex to be a matching set. And to start with that, or to Now, to pursue that, we're starting something called Mega Mondays because it's in Pokemon Mega Evolutions base set. And to start it, I've got this booster box with 36 packs. We're going to do 6 packs per Monday. Let's get started right now. This is my first full booster box, and I am pretty excited. There is actually a promo card in here, and there is actually a chance that that promo card could be, oh, I need to sharpen this knife really badly. It did nothing there. This promo card actually, I think there's potential for it to be a stamped version of that Bulbasaur card. We will see what we get for our promo card, because promo cards do count. All right, let's see what we get. Oh my God. Oh no, what a start. We got it. Let's go. Oh man, that's crazy. Wait, hold on. Is it always this card? I've no idea. I might have been just like, I might just be dumb. I might not know. I thought there were different ones you could get, but yeah. We got the Bulbasaur illustration rare. Now, these cards are just illustration rares. They're not SARs. They should not be that, but there's a lot of those in this set. So what a start. Oh man. Well, that's a strong start for Mega Mondays, I guess. All right, let's put this thing into sport mode. And we are ready to get started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's crazy. We already got one of them. And yes, it does have the Mega Evolution stamp on it right there. That makes it just a little better. Pack number 1. I'm happy with that. I didn't think I'd get those, but hey, there you go. Booster box. Nice. A booster box was not cheap. It was over $200, but you know, some booster boxes out there are in the thousands for older sets. So I'm not mad at that. Well, I'm mad at them being in the thousands. Yes. I forgot the pack trick for Mega Evolutions. It's been a while. But so we will do 1 card as a starting pack trick here. And every time I say pack trick, I think about Patrick, as in Patrick Star. You know, that Pokemon. Okay, there we go. Basic Energy. Okay, Jinx, Onyx, Ice Cube. I have all of these so far for the Pokedex, and I will mention that as I go. Oh, oops, missed one. Lopunny, we have a Mega Lopunny EX, so we're good. Crawdaunt, I have. Iron Defender, pretty solid card for TCG play from what I understand. Solrock, I've got. Reverse Frostmoth. This may be an upgrade for my Frostmoth card. Yo, we got the Ninjask illustration rare in our first pack. Let's go. I think this might be my first Ninjask card, so that's cool. And Yveltal. I already have that one. That is sick. Okay, sorry, Mega Lucario. My bad. Okay, I'm not going to lie. There is one other card. I don't know if it's in this set. Maybe someone in chat can look it up. But when doing a Mega Dream EX box, I pulled the Mega Lucario Mega Attack Rare in Japanese. If this is in, I don't think this is Mega Evolution. I don't think this is in Mega Evolution. I think this is going to be available in, what is it? Ascended Heroes. I think this is going to be available in Ascended Heroes. I'm not sure where that's going to be, but I want to get the English version to go with the Japanese version. That is super dope. I love this card. Okay. Off to a strong start, man. That's going right into the Pokédex. Nice. Let me actually put the... I don't know if I should put this whole thing into there. Or not. I'll worry about that later. Pack number 2. I was looking at boxes for the set I want to complete. Sold out at over $400 Canadian, a box of 16 packs. We'll wait for a better deal. What set are you looking for? I do really like the way Mega Evolutions packs open. They open not too easily, and it's not too difficult. Somewhere in between is what I like. If it's too easy, I worry about it being resealed. Which is why I don't buy loose packs, really. But Obsidian Flames, yeah, that one's not cheap. 1 card, that should be our energy. Yep. Stuffle, I have. Gimme Ghoul, I have. Sizzlipede, I have. I need to not move my hand once I put it in place to not annoy my editor. Nuzleaf might be new. I'm not sure. Tangrowth, I have. I think a full holo. Chi-Yu, I have an EX. Surfing Beach. Reverse Sobble, I think I have that already specifically. Marshadow Illustration Rare. Second pack, second illustration rare. I do have this one in the Pokédex already. And it is super sick. It's a really good card. Can we get 2? Nope. Holo Dialga. But yeah, from my first time opening Mega Evolutions, I got this card. So still, that's 2 packs, 2 hits, 2 in a row. Can we make it 3? Let's see. Lux, what's up? Yes, I do. Because it's going to be short format, vertical. So we can go between center, me, or chat. Luxicat, absolutely. Be sure, even if you're out of warranty, you should still be able to get assist tech support from NZXT. That should be perpetual. Like, you should be able to get that anytime. Okay. Don't worry if I stop and talk, because that's all going to be sped through anyway in the edit. Okay, Energy, Grievard, I have. Bulbasaur, well, sorry, buddy, but I think I got a better version of that, so... Thanks, though. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Shroodle. Energy Switch. Chi-Yu. Iron Defender. Spirit Tomb. I've got all of those so far. I got an illustration rare for Spirit Tomb in the Pokédex. Boss's Orders. Reverse Boss's Orders. Reverse Knackle Stack. And Hollow Lunatone. And did not go 3 in a row. All right, pack number 4. It's just going to be an energy. Okay. We got PCL, Pokemon Center Lady here. Riolu. I have a Riolu. I have the Riolu promo full art card from the Mega Evolutions Mega Lucario ETB. Actually, I have 2 of those because I bought 2 of those ETBs to start out with doing this. Nickit, Snom, Shuckle, Risky Ruins, Houndstone, Lopunny Reverse, Reboot Reverse, I think is an upgrade for my Reboot card, potentially. And Mega Mawile EX, already have this in the Pokédex, so that goes to the EX collection. Which, if you have like 3 of these, I think you have enough for a deck. So like a Mega Mawile EX deck, if that's what you're trying to build. Pretty cool. Penultimate pack for this video. Let's go. Ooh, almost revealed the rare here. Okay, Energy. Knackle Stack again. Magnemite. Vulpix, I have an illustration rare of that. Okay, come on. Another Bubby. Shuckle. Risky Ruins again. Okay, come on, camera. I swear, I'm going to swap out this camera for another. Houndstone. Yo, we got a reverse Yukimori Helioptile. Look at him. Look at it's so good. Hi. Hello. Remember me? I'm right here. I'm very happy to see this one. I'm counting that as a hit. Reverse Volcanion and Mega Camerupt EX. I think I've got this one already for my Camerupt spot in the Pokédex. Okay. And yes, I am counting this. And for the final pack, we're getting our little buddy RGB to give it some last pack mojo. Let's see what we get. Come on, Lucario. Look, that you. That you. Don't let yourself down. If you want to watch me ripping packs live on my live streams, I help people with PC stuff, and in between that, in between helping each different person one-on-one, I tend to rip some Pokemon packs for this content. So if you want to hang out live while I do it, it's every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at around 8 p.m. Central. Did I mess that up? No, okay, good, I didn't. Sandslash, got it. Abra, I have that. Switch, I have both 1 and 2 on that. Oh. Execute, Latios, I have a reverse of that, I believe. Marshadow, well, we already know. Yep, good to go. Goldango, I think I have a Goldango already. Ace Roller's Mischief reverse, nice. Premium Power Pro reverse, so two trainer cards, 2 reverse holo trainer cards, and final card is Holo Cinderace. Well, we peaked a little early on this one. That's okay. Well, yeah, that's counting as a hit because it's one of the 3 chase cards for me from this set. But other than that, for these first 6 packs, not too bad. If you don't want to miss the rest of these every Monday and all my other pulls and things like that, all my Nuzlocke content, things like that, then it's going to be coming up on this channel, be sure to get subscribed. There we go. Oh, I should say it differently because like Instagram, it would be follow. If I'm going to be putting these on Instagram, make a Instagram for that, I guess. You really should with all your short form content. That's just what you should do. If you don't want to miss any of that stuff, be sure to hit follow or get subscribed. There we go. Well, that went well. What the heck? What the heck? I need to see whether that's guaranteed, because if it is, what a dumb chase for me to do. But yeah. But Lux, yeah, the whole point of this setup here, this scene, is to make it to where to edit out shorts, we have 3 options to just go back and forth between, which is me, like face cam, this one here, and then the center one where the cards are actually being pulled, and then we can skip over to chat to just show any chat messages if I get a hit or something like that. So I think it's a pretty cool setup for making the editing really quick. I'm going to follow look at my cards. Did not look for a while. Weird. In the series I got it has like 3 types of cards: normal, reverse, holo, and holo. Yes. Once I got a normal and reverse holo. Yeah. Well, that's normal. That's kind of how the packs are now for modern cards. You're going to get a couple of reverse. Though the second one I think can be replaced with like a SAR or something like that, and then you get your rare card at the end. Just play the packs backwards. No, I don't mind. I don't mind coming up with a hit at the beginning. That's fine with me. Yeah, Shogun Luffy, if you saw all of those packs had at least a holo card and 2 reverses in it. That's the way modern Pokemon cards are now. So when I was opening some of the older sets, when I was doing the Eevee Evolutions collection, it was weirded. I was weirded out that there were packs where I just wasn't getting anything or almost nothing. It's such a good Bulbasaur card, okay? Because it all links together with Ivysaur and Venusaur. It's so cool. What I'm wondering is if it's the other two cards that are box toppers. I don't know. Can you imagine having all three of them with the Mega Evolution stamp? I would have to buy probably a lot of booster boxes. I don't want to do that. I don't have that kind of money. But there you go. There's the set that I'm trying to get for my first 3 spots in the Pokedex. I don't even want to talk about the ones that I want for Charmander. Do you want to see the ones that I want for my Charmander? Now, I already got the one for what I would like for Bulbasaur and Blastoise and just hold on, and Wartortle, because I already got the Wartortle. It's just that there are these matching sets that are so cool. I just kind of want my first page to be sick. That's all. Is that so wrong? No. No, the answer is no. So it's just really cool to look over and see that. That's cool. It's going to be a fun series. I really just want to pull them. I don't know. Maybe I should not count the promo card, but that sounds financially irresponsible, honestly. It might make for more compelling content, though. I do have to keep that in mind. Let's see. I don't want to look up Charizard. Let's look up Charmander. 151. So it starts with this card right here. No, but not Japan. In English. The thing is, 151 is so ungodly expensive. There's the English one. And there's the Charmeleon. And finally, the main pull from this set, and it's insane, it's so expensive, is the matching Charizard. So it is these 3 cards. They're beautiful. Of course, this one's an SAR. And of course, its market value is like $250. And I already have a really good Charizard card, the Mega Attack Rare. This is worth a lot more, to be clear. Now, let me see. Where's the one that I got? Here we go. It's also 151. No, that sucks. So y'all remember I pulled this? I know the market price was over $30. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Yeah. That makes chasing these so expensive. So that's this, this, and this as the matching set. That is rough. Wait, what is the... Oh, the Bulbasaur is really good from this set too. But I really like the Mega Evolution one. Let me see. Let me see. I think there's a really good card for Bulbasaur in 151. And there is. Look at that. So there's going to be matching cards for this. Good gravy. Yeah, this one's my favorite out of the three. $151 is seriously such a good set, which is why it's so ungodly expensive. But these 9 cards, man. Well, the thing is, I'm not going to buy them. Like, the whole point is I'm supposed to catch my own Pokemon, right? Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I don't mind this journey taking a very, very long time. That's okay. The problem is, as time goes on, 151 is only going to get more and more and more expensive. But yet, trading is also a thing in Pokemon, both the games, the anime, and the TCG. True. But the only trading I really do is when I need it for evolution, trade evolutions. Look, like, as cool as it is to have the thing that you want sooner, journey before destination. The whole thing about this is that it is a journey. It is. I'm not in any hurry. Unfortunately, sealed product, like, I might have to forget about those sets for the Bulbasaur thing. It's actually probably financially in reach to rip until I get those. But 151 is just such an overpriced set that, like, I might just have to give up on those. But I can chase this one for Bulbasaur. I did get the War Turtle though. I literally did get this card right here. I have it. It's not about getting it sooner. I'm pretty sure we just worried about you spending like $3,000 on boxes for a $100 card. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm basically limiting myself, Natty, to, like, I'm looking at this saying I would like for those to be the ones. For this though, like, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna count the box topper. I'm counting the box topper. You know, there may come a point to where, like, if Onware and I play our cards right and get it, and we work really hard on this, get a lot of content out consistently, it's really not that difficult. I would say if you're consistent, you work really hard, and your quality is good, to grow a viewership for Pokemon content. When I watch this stuff all the time, and when I finish watching one video, I'm not like, oh, I'm so full, I could not watch another Pokemon video. No, I have multiple channels and every time I find a new one that I really like, where it's like, oh, this is fun to watch, this is engaging, I like the quality, I subscribe to it. So it's not that hard to build a following for this. And at that point, you do start to get some, there could be opportunities for certain distributors or card shops to be like, hey, we want to send you this product. We see the chaser on, we want to help, whatever. It's not unusual for that kind of thing to happen. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And but I think that with the landscape being what it is, we're not stopping on the pre-built content, the PC content, but it's just this is kind of um, uh, something that I'm actually really enthusiastic about and really excited to do. Whereas right now I'm so fatigued with the industry and tired of giving bad news that like I am hesitant. Like I hesitate to make content for PC stuff. It's so bad right now. I'm not happy about it. Why would I be? I'm not excited right now to make PC content. I just know it's something that I need to do because it's needed. Before, it was needed and I was excited about doing it. So there's sort of an adjustment of attitude that I need to do when it comes to the PC content to get back into doing it. So because I know how I am, I do need to push myself sometimes if I don't have some kind of like inner voice being like, get on the next thing. Yeah, we got this. We got all these things to do. And there is exciting content coming. I was excited for CES because I really wanted to talk to my friends there and put out content about that, about talking to other creators, people in the industry, giving you guys other perspectives other than just mine. You know this. You know I'm always like, don't just listen to my opinion. I'm just one person here, right? Okay, I've made a post in your Discord server about my PC. Do you think you'd be able to help out sometime? Luxacat, it's probably going to be a. We even had someone who is a techie, a volunteer techie, who was like, "Hey, if you post it there, I'll help you out." It's probably going to be a volunteer techie helping you out. Just so you know, though, troubleshooting is very difficult through a chat or something like that. Your best bet, though, we want to help you out. Your best bet's going to be contacting NZXT. From what I remember, like I'm not happy with NZXT, but it's because of their stupid rental program that they had. From what I remember, whenever I've seen them give help or assistance, it's not bad. They have pretty good tech support. So give them a chance because they owe you tech support because you gave them money. Like that is owed to you. But just don't write off that avenue of getting help for your PC. But you can always have that post is there. A techie can help you out and go through a few steps with you, so you're more prepared to work with NZXT's tech support. It's very difficult for us without being actual tech support company that is going to be like remoting into your PC and doing all this stuff that just makes that whole process way easier. We don't do that kind of stuff because of liability. We're just a community, right? And me as just a streamer, there's a lot of limitations for me. Like I'm not going to remote into your PC while I'm live on stream or doing anything like that. That is not worth it for you and it's just too much risk, right? That's it's not good. Not good to do that. But we already have, our volunteer techies are there. It's not the fastest process, but they can look at it. I personally, as a content creator, if I didn't have those volunteer techies, I'm pretty sure nobody would get help because I used to help everybody when I was a much smaller content creator. I didn't have nearly as much going on. But the reason that the community still works is because of those guys. They do it for the love of the game. Like they are volunteers. So give them some time, let them take a look at your situation, help you out there. But also reach out to NZXT and tell them what's going on. Because that is their job. And one of the reasons you buy a pre-built. When you buy a pre-built, you are not just saying, hey, company, build me computer, I give you money. Because any company can do that other than Apex Gaming PCs. They can't build PCs. They don't know how to do it, I think. But no, you're not just buying a PC. You're buying support. So, yeah. But absolutely, let me know how it goes. You're here. Like, keep me up to date as to what's going on. These days, I'm doing even more than I normally do because I started doing commentary for this tournament that's going on with Super Metroid map randomizers and things like that. That can take like a couple hours out of a day, just that. And I've been, I'm passionate about it. I've been having, it's something else where it's like, I want to get into doing those. So it's like, I'm doing commentary. It's just so much going on right now. I want to, though. I can definitely ask NZXT's tech support about this too. Please do. That is their job. Like their job is to get your computer working. I'm going to check something for you though right now. I will check this. You said you got it late. I know that you put different parts in there. Do you still, Luxacat, do you still have your original parts? Because, check this out. You are still within warranty. Late 2024. You have warranty through, you said late December 2024. You have warranty through this December. So if you were to, this is something that I have advised people to do before. Okay? Put the original parts back in, send it back for warranty work or whatever the case is. Because most companies will continue your warranty even if you modify the PC, as long as you put the original parts back in. If the problem still exists, it's not the new parts you added in. Now, if you put the original parts back in and your problem goes away, guess what? You just did the troubleshooting for your own PC, and it's either that power supply or that GPU. That sucks. But then you can RMA the GPU back to the company you bought it from. And that should have a warranty that is still within effect, especially if you got it within the last year. I know it seems like a pain in the butt, but that is the downside to the upside. The upside about PCs, pre-built especially, is that you can upgrade them. The downside is that it can, let me see. Now you see here, it says the warranty is voided if the PC is modified, upgraded, or overclocked after delivery. That try putting those back in. I know it's a pain in the butt. I know that. But actually part of troubleshooting an issue like this is swapping out the part that you added in before. Was it working perfectly before you upgraded it? Okay. Oh, Natty, you were saying if there's nobody going next on the forum, I kind of want to submit a little challenge, and I think is kind of funny. I don't know if you were here at the very beginning of the stream. I'm probably, and I know this is going to mean a smaller raid when I say this, but I'm probably going to be ending it soon just because I started out tired tonight, and then I wore myself out by yelling about Micro Center and stuff. But yeah, it was definitely a lot more stable. I only chose to upgrade since I needed a more powerful and sustainable GPU for the task I want to do. Hey, the reason for the upgrade makes total sense. And the fact that it worked after you did it, it just started to have quirky issues. That also, I mean, that's not unusual. I asked this earlier, and I realized I probably didn't see the response. But I was asking if all of your drivers had been updated after you did the upgrade. Thank you, Onward. Appreciate it. But okay. I'm like turbo tired now. I have acquired the tired. So Natty, save that one for the next one because it is slow enough to where, yeah, we'll do that, and we'll likely have nobody submitting in the next stream. We'll do it then. Now I do want to mention, guys, Thursday stream. You know, you could plan on being here at the beginning. I would be fine with that. It may be starting a little bit late if the best of 3 between Emmett and Cruel Beans in the Map Rando tournament goes to game 3 that runs like late. That means I might be starting stream late. I really want to do that one though, because it's my first commentary that I get to do with Oats and Goats. And it's for a game between two of my friends, my buddy Emmett and a newer friend, Cruel Beans, who I've done comms with a few times. So I don't want to miss that one. But it's not like that close to the stream. It's just if some of these seeds can go pretty long. Yeah, I just updated my Game Ready driver only a few days ago. The issue still persisted. Reinstalling GP driver is an option too, though. Luxicat, one thing to try is DDU, which is Display Driver Uninstaller, to completely and utterly uninstall all video drivers, reboot, and it'll just, Windows puts a basic driver in, and then you will then update your drivers from scratch. That's an option too. Oh, if I suggest someone to raid, there is a good friend of mine that is streaming Majora's Mask. Okay, let me see who's streaming first, because if it's a friend of mine that I raid consistently, that isn't on very often, I don't want. No, I'll do that. But you can drop the name if you want, and I can take a look. You see, I kind of want to raid my friend Emmett because I'm going to be doing comms for his game before I stream again. So, Morse Amalgam. How often do they stream? Because I will be happy to do that. If they stream consistently, we'll do that on Thursday. I just want to get one raid in for my buddy Emmett before their game, which is earlier than I stream on Thursday. But I will. Let me see. Game dev and Screaming into the Void. Oh, look at that. That is a cool VTuber model, though. That is super sick. Check this out, guys. That is really cool. It's like an N64 style graphics, almost. VTuber. That's really cool. VTube model. That's really cool. And we do enjoy the retro gaming. You know what? I'll just go into Emmett's stream and chat with him later. We'll do this. I don't always just raid my friends. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, damn it. PC just crashed. Something's definitely going on. It restarted immediately, but what I was able to see was attempted switch from DPC. Well, if you have an error code, you have something to look at. Oh, hold on. It's 13th gen Intel. How did I not check that? How did I not know that? How did I miss that? Lux, thank you for bringing that up. It could be just a bad CPU at that point, which should be replaced by, okay, if it's a 13th gen Intel CPU, Luxicat, I would say put the power supply and original GPU back in, send it to NZXT, tell them the issues you're having, because that there are known issues, stability issues with 13th and 14th gen Intel CPUs. And if while that was happening, if you've been using it all that time, okay, with 13400F wasn't super affected, so it's hard to say. But yeah, talk to NZXT about it. Don't mention that you upgraded the GPU and the power supply. Let them know what's happening and see what they want to do. Okay. But before you do that, find that old GPU. Put in. You don't need to change the power supply because that won't show up in the OS. But put in that 3050 just in case they want to remote in and check on things. Okay. And then they'll see, yeah, there's a 3050 there. Thank you, Lux, for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to raid Morse Amalgam. Natty, do not spoil it. I see you in that chat. Don't spoil it. But I'll see you guys on Thursday, maybe a little bit late. I'll put something in the Discord for the best of 3 that I'm going to be doing comms on if you want to go hang out for that. And then, hey, then you'll know exactly when I'm going to start streaming. But I'll see y'all on Thursday. Till then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!